Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Super Daft Bro stream. Or, if this is your first, welcome to your first Super Daft Bro stream. You're in for it now. Joining us today, just so all of the new people understand who's along for the ride, we have our faithful VOD channel editor who has not uploaded a single VOD to the VOD channel in a long-ass time, but we love him regardless, Josiah.
Let's go, gamers.
The other Daft brother, but is also a woman, Cody.
Hello!
And, of course, the one, the only, Peggy, who is not joining us yet because she's still at the deli, and also Jett Kuso.
What's up, gamers? It's me. Classic intro, the way I always introduce myself.
Hi,
Also,
Kiseki Cypher.
Zeb, you're not screen sharing to the Discord.
Okay, don't worry. I got this. Screen share. So.
I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what this channel is. I don't know any of you people. I don't know any of the people in chat.
So Jett Kuso has kind of been put into a saw trap by us. So we're going to do a normal stream intro for us. That is White Woman Wednesday. We'll explain. Chronically Online News Show. We'll explain when it happens. And then we'll be doing an exclusive Jett Kuso interview.
I've made some specific requests, that are necessary for me to have been willing to come onto this show. There's certain topic that I'm not really up for talking about. So, it'll be interesting to see what the titular bros throw at me.
Yeah. What? Yeah, we'll touch on that a little bit later. That's a
yeah. Anyway,
don't worry.
How about those white women?
I'm trusting you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
what about white women?
White women, our favorite white women,
anyway.
the Common Riders. I just saw this TikTok clip. We're just going to play it. Let's turn down the copyright music. I just really like this escalator that exists. We're only doing one White Woman Wednesday, but in order to make it economical, it's a bunch of white women on one escalator, and a lot of these white women are in fact Japanese twinks, but
I liked the baby in the Kamen Rider costume.
Oh, it's kind of wonderful. Oh, we have the lamest final form of all time,
That's
Blue Saber.
incredible.
What happened to create this exact situation?
Oh my god, we're barely halfway through.
Man,
I'm glad there's no duplicates.
Yeah,
I'm glad they didn't double up.
Well, yeah, that's already a Kamen Rider.
No.
Oh, they did the
oh my gosh!
form.
Gem!
And that's
so
that's
excellent.
pretty much for White Women Wednesday. We'll start off, with the Tony Zarrett tweet. This is not something we never do. I just really like this post, and I thought I should share it with everyone. Friend 1, puppy playtime is scary. Friend 2, FNAF is scary. Me, smiling evilly. Let me introduce you gents to a little animated horror comedy series called The Amazing Digital Circus. Friend 1, sorry, but I have to go to the airport to pick up my adult son.
Friendship is beautiful.
If you didn't know, 9/11 happened. So I promised Jett that we wouldn't talk about certain.
Hey, no, I can't be associated with this.
I know that you can't. You don't have your camera on,
I made a whole thing about this.
I know. You made a whole.
I have my camera. No, I'm not interested in this subject anymore. I'm moving on. I'm advancing. I'm growing.
What's that in your?
Crap. Crap. No.
We'll.
Crap. Dang it. No.
Well, okay, maybe we should leave that alone. Oh wait, never mind.
You didn't see anything.
I didn't see a goddamn thing.
You didn't see anything.
I didn't see a thing. So, if you do not know,
can you edit that out of the VOD?
Yeah, we can try to do that. Just
I can't be associated.
Yeah.
I can't be associated anymore.
I'll put notes. Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, Deadline is this news network that pumps out. Blank is doing a movie now every 3 months, and none of the movies actually really get made. But this one is of note because we were in a Spin Master conference call where they did mention wanting to make a Bakugan live-action movie.
Yeah.
So this is precedented. You want
this movie is my manifestation. If you read the Peggy tweet, as we were going through
I'm okay
I
with
literally
this.
say quote word like in the call, but what about the Bakugan movie? And then they did say that they were pursuing a Bakugan movie. So this movie is my manifestation. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this is
Pursuing in
just
the way
Get your
one
hands off the monkey
pursues,
paw.
pursuing in the way one pursues a toilet when they have diarrhea.
pursuing in the same way that
Oh
one
my God.
pursues the car when they are a dog. When they catch it, they don't know what to do. So the problem with making a Bakugan movie, in my opinion, is that Bakugan has no brand. It has no consistent lore or characters other than the red child, like the child dressed in red, Dan Kuso, and the dragon dressed in red, Dragonoid. And pretty much other than that, it's fair game. Because nothing else is consistent. You can use the word gate card. That's pretty much it.
Let's theorize here. And fine. For you, Zep, my sweet prince, I'll discuss this one last time.
Sorry to bring you into the job one last time.
The only question that matters to me is who Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is going to be playing.
I saw a really good lineup on Reddit where they wanted Dwayne The Rock Johnson to play Marucho, and I'm all in for it.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Marucho. Like, if this does get made into a movie, it will be Power Rangers 2017 again. That is what's going to happen.
We can confirm.
All of the Bakugan will be named after Gen 1 counterparts and also Trox. And you know, like that's pretty much it. They will be like dressed up in sci-fi greeblies that are weirdly organic, and the toys, as Jett said to me in a DM, let me pull up the exact DM so I do not misquote.
Terrifying. I don't know what I say.
Does anybody?
No.
Let's see. They'll be about twice the size of Battle Planet Gons, partially opening with buttons or upon impact with the surface. Battle cries from a tiny speaker inside. There will not be cards in the movie.
No.
No,
and
Oh yeah, you go.
I stand by it. I mean, I do think like multiple people in my circles, including Ilinuk from Beyblade, immediately upon seeing the news posted, oh god, it's just gonna, like, I can find what he posted in our server, because he said nearly the exact same thing that you sent to me, Zep. He said, can't wait for the toys to be like Power Rangers 2017, little alien ball looking things.
Hi, Dumb Jake in chat. But yeah, this was planned to be a Bakugan-free stream, and then this happened. They hit the Pentagon, so I don't...
I'm the Pentagon
Yeah.
in this metaphor. Have you guys seen the concept art for the alleged concept art for the previous Bakugan movie attempt project thing?
No.
No?
We've seen a lot of secret Bakugan shit in our time. I have no idea how we haven't seen this.
This never crossed your radar? It's buck wild. I thought this is what everyone was basing the Power Rangers 2017 stuff on.
No, I just called that off rip.
I'm pretty sure this is real.
Okay, did you post it in
Stream chat.
My god.
It's in stream chat. No, okay, for reference chat, we did watch Power Rangers 2017 last night at midnight.
Yeah, so there will be a lot
so
of
that's
Power
like
Rangers
fresh in our
2017
minds.
references.
Stream sponsored
Like,
by
that is-
Krispy Kreme, baby.
Oh my god.
Oh my
like, it is
fucking
so
God.
fresh in our minds. These are literally the Zords. This is what those Zords look like.
Oh, is this Masquerade? I'm going to do
Yeah, of
heinous
course it
things.
is.
Not even a little bit trans. Oh my god.
I
They
don't
took, like,
know. There's
the Robert
buff women that
Pattinson
could be under
Batman.
there.
That's like the Robert Pattinson Batman approach. That's like their Riddler.
It's just Cobra Commander. I don't get
Yeah.
it. It's weird.
Now,
Now,
right.
Cobra
Now-
Commander is a proudly gay man, but
yeah, I mean, be real. Like, the existence of this art does not mean this was ever a direction they were seriously going.
yeah, you're right.
It's just someone made concepts, and that might have been as far as it ever got. There's probably never a script or a direction. They were like, what could that look like? And they decided on, I think, like, visual terrorism. Like, somehow this is AI generated art. I don't.
I
It's
was
not.
just about to say AI.
I
Oh
don't
my
think it
God.
is. And maybe it's
No,
cool
it
to say
isn't.
so about a person who made stuff, but it is
Not
though.
to discredit the author. Like, not to
I-
discredit the artist, but like the render looks like it's AI, right? Like it's specifically
I-
the render of it. With lighting?
I don't think we necessarily can call it AI. I'll start streaming to the Discord again now that we're done with the Jett Kuso camera reveal bit, so you guys can see what I'm seeing.
No. Like it just gives off that same vibe as an AI generated image.
But like, yeah. Like, obviously, Deadline is the same place that announced the Beyblade movie. That's obviously never happening. So, like, don't count on it. But it'd be really funny if it did. If we got the Bakugan movie, it would be really, really funny. And I will do the bit to death.
Allegedly, according to the Lost Media Wiki, in 2010, a live-action film was announced by Universal Pictures with Harold Zwart, director of the Karate Kid remake, allegedly penned to direct. And there have been no further updates since then, and the IMDb page for Zwart never even mentioned it. But this concept art for the proposed movie was found on a now deleted page to artist Tim Flattery's website. I'm trying to find a source for that. I don't think I'm spreading misinformation, but
I don't think that these are necessarily even bad, like, sci-fi mecha designs. I just think that they're just sci-fi mecha designs that are vaguely based off of Bakugan. It's uninspired at worst, I think.
you doing mecha, like doing them like little robots, like admittedly, like Preyas seems to have flesh parts, sort of.
Well, it's, like, textured,
yeah,
like, kind of metal.
Battle Planet sort of did that. They made them look kind of robotic, even though they weren't.
They were chitinous,
Suppose-
I guess.
They were chitinous. Yeah, they had fleshy inner
Like
meat.
exoskeletal.
Yeah, they were crustaceans.
Yeah, carcinalization will get us
True.
all. Also
But-
announced... Oh, sorry, you go.
Making the like turning into balls thing like part of their biology, I just don't know that that's ever going to make sense unless it's
But you know
very
they
magic.
try. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the original
they
was
absolutely
very
try.
magical feeling.
Shoehorn. Yeah. Like it's got to be lore
Like-
important that they're balls.
It looks like these are essentially doing the... What were the toys from the original series that you could transform?
Fushigi.
Yeah, you're right.
True.
You're
the
you're
illusion
absolutely correct.
orb.
So like the
Pondering my
Fushigi toys from the original Bakugan that you could fold
Baku
out into a
morphs,
full...
yes.
Yeah, Baku morphs.
Mhm.
It looks like they're trying to do Baku morphs, but more, and that would be the Bakugan toy line, by the way. If we get a Bakugan toy line, there will be Baku morphs. You can quote
Yes.
me right fucking now.
There's no way they're going to be small. Small things don't look good on screen. It's really hard to film them in a way that looks cinematic, so they're simply not going to do that. They'll probably be Pokeball sized. If this happens at all, which would be foolish, because when you do stuff like this, you gradually strip away appeal. It's never going to work.
Yeah. Like, you know, we could do, God, heaven forbid, the Bakugan scene from 21 Jump Street, just as a film. You know, I
Okay.
think that'd be beautiful. Just do Bakutech the movie. Have it be like the one Card Fight Vanguard movie sequel where a teacher has to play the card game Card Fight Vanguard, not in any magical sense, just the real card game against some terrorists in a saw trap in order to stop terrorism from happening. Real movie. You know,
That would, I think, speak
Like-
very closely to my experience in life with the brand.
What would be
that's pretty much what I've done
very,
with Bakugan.
I think there'd be a very interesting angle they could take it if they like almost borrowed some inspiration from like Beyblade X and took like an actual like the competitive aspect of the game and they're like players or something, and it's almost like it'd be really interesting if they actually did use them as like a hobby Annie, you know, like wouldn't that be crazy in a
Bakutech.
feature-length film?
Bakutech would be
Yeah.
the model for that
Like-
because that is a very classic hobby. There's no giant monsters in it,
yeah.
but they've got the Rampage guy as the director. It's not
Yeah,
going to be
like,
that.
Like the giant robot,
Visual
like the giant
metaphor.
monster thing. The giant monster thing kind of has to be the part because that's what Bakugan is to the general like international public.
Yeah.
It is like them transforming into giant monsters, and I think that's fine, and I think you could do
Yeah.
that cool. It's just the matter of like someone would have to do a fun summer blockbuster instead of trying to make a really heavy like lore trodden down start of like a 6-film arc.
Yeah, don't set up a franchise.
Yeah.
But they have
Like,
they
this
have
is
to
a
expand.
one-off,
They
I
have to
guess.
expand into the Zoobles universe. They have
I'd
to.
rather-
They need the Zoobles multiverse movie.
No, you don't understand. It's a new Vestroya.
They should take some inspiration from Beyblade X and make it good. They should take some inspiration from Beyblade X and make it past the Bechdel test. I'd rather have a
Actually true.
Metarots movie. Didn't we have Real Steel?
What about it? Oh,
Real
Metabots.
Steel is just the
Oh,
Metarots
God.
movie.
Yeah. They could do a thing where if they the only way I can imagine, because one of the appeals of G1 is like they're toys, and then they turn into like they're obviously made of plastic in Gen 1, like they're plastic toys.
Like when they click across the ground, it's like hell yeah!
Tick tick tick, it's great.
Oh, for chat, the Bechdel test is a measure of how many women are in your media.
Well, it's
yeah,
a measure
if there's
of
a lot of women in it, it passes the Bechdel test.
if women
It
talk
passes-
to
it
each other
passes
about
the
a
test.
subject that's not a man and a man doesn't appear in a scene, then it passes the Bechdel test. And it was done by like a lesbian comic artist who wrote a comic that I cannot say the name of on stream or personally because I am not a lesbian. I cannot say the word.
Only one of us in call right now could say it.
It's true. Usually we have a lot more lesbians in call.
Yeah, usually our DEI is pretty up, chat.
Why of all times would they want to make a Bakugan movie now when they rebooted it? The second time they rebooted it?
Copium.
I don't think it has anything to do with the state of Gen 3.
Yeah.
If they're
Yeah.
announcing it, they will probably have been working on it for quite a while. Though the fact that this Bakugan movie is in the works is probably why they've said on pause.
Yeah. But don't
And-
worry. We do have people sneaking into Toy Fair, and by sneaking in, I mean officially going, part of the Daft Bros team, to give us live coverage at the 7 different Spin Master booths at Toy Fair of not harassing them, but wearing Bakugan shirts and holding a Bible that says Bakugan rules and saying, hey, what's Bakugan? Because if you don't know, Peggy, friend of the Daft Brothers and Daft sister herself, was the one who made the tweet of Bakugan is on pause that everyone cites.
Oh, whoa! Yeah, that is her, isn't it?
Yep. I have friends in high places.
My immediate response to the Bakugan is on pause tweet is obviously they put it on pause because they have to make all the Bakugan movie toys and figurines. You know, again, the monkey paw curls yet again.
Yeah.
All right. I think we can say like one last thought on like the prospects of a Bakugan film, and then we'll move on, and then we'll never mention Bakugan ever again until the Daft Brothers episode on
Get
the
your hand
Bakugan
up, Paul!
postmortem.
Release me from this torment.
Yeah.
I think that we should do. They should hand.
Why is
the
there so much
script-
clear plastic on them?
Real. I think that they should hand the script to me, and we'll just do the sequel to B3. If you don't know what B3 is, that's another stream.
It's the sequel. It's the third movie in the B
True.
movie series.
It's true. Jett Kuso is going to be a cameo like the FNAF tuber.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a cameo like the corpse
director's cut,
in
where we
Wizard
do-
of Oz.
Where we give commentary.
I'll shoot.
Yes. Yes, but actually true. Yes. Oh. Oh. The gimmick is they shoot him out of beat
They
him
shoot
on
them-
now and
Wasn't that Infinity
Gen
Dragonoid?
4. What a
Wasn't that
concept.
Infinity Dragonoid's gimmick? Sorry,
Yes.
Dragonoid Infinite, or what? The Infinity Gauntlet
Yeah.
Dragonoid.
It's-
Dragonoid Infinity.
Dragonoid
Yeah, I was gonna
Infinity.
say it's a lot of the caps. Well, it's Dragon Destroyer too, right?
Yeah, it
No.
rolls out.
Uh,
Well, it
any
doesn't
of the-
shoot out, but
any
it
of
can
the
roll
toys
out.
that
It can
Or just
launch
like-
Sky Raiders out of its shoulders. Every
Yeah.
time
Baruch
someone
Shield
says
and
Bakugan,
launchers, the color launchers that held like two B1s.
Now,
my
announced,
fingernails are starting to fall out.
Yeah. Announced
Oh.
on the same day was a Victorious spin-off featuring one of the original cast as a teacher.
What?
Now, let's roll the clip.
Just because you're getting a Victorious reboot doesn't mean that it's a good one, because in my head there's like 3 options as per what they would go for. So like option number 1 is like it's a whole new generation at Hollywood Arts, and instead of being students, all the gang have become teachers for some reason. They're like members of faculty, and there's like a whole new group of kids who are like the new Hollywood 8, and they get up to their own kind of unique, wacky California hijinks, and that would suck, right? Just be-
He called it.
He fucking called it.
He just called it. Yeah, Dumb Jake World knows this guy. The day that I got a follow notification from Quentin Reviews on Twitter was one of the strangest days on my life, and then I realized that him and Dumb Jake lived in the same area, kind of. So then it made sense. 'Cause
Crazy that it happened at a con.
crazy that it
Too.
happened at a crazy that it happened in the Among Us costume. Also,
Yeah,
announced-
amazing
you were
things
parading
happening.
around in an Among Us costume.
amazing.
Amazing things happening over on
Ugh.
Elon Musk's Twitter.
Yeah. Also, there's a Magic the
Oh,
Gathering
no.
film TV universe in the works from Hasbro. Don't worry, this has been in the works for years and years and never has come out with anything. Hey, didn't Hasbro announce that it's not doing movies anymore? I guess. I don't know.
Well, didn't they say they're not going to fund them anymore? That other studios can fund
Yeah.
them if they want?
Yeah, you're right.
They're not putting their money because the first Transformers movie was heavily, I guess, subsidized by Hasbro. They
Yeah.
paid to make it happen. Probably Barbie. I would be surprised if it didn't have somewhat of a similar situation in it.
Yeah, I imagine that a lot of these received a lot of company funding. But same day, also on the same day, Smurf movie. New Smurf movie, sure, whatever.
Again?
Now they look
Reboot?
like little Grumbless.
Oh, but it's not gonna have George Lopez.
What's the fucking point anymore?
Influencer? Why does it say influencer on screen? Is there influencer Smurf?
Do we have to watch the Smurfs trailer? Chat,
Yes.
chat,
Oh,
we're
it's-
watching the Smurfs trailer.
Wait,
I swear.
I already know the name. Wait. Chat, what is the influencer Smurf's like name? Like, I think it's Streamy Smurf.
Oh my fucking god.
Could be Streamy Smurf.
I think it's Swatty Smurf.
Right?
I think
Okay,
it's...
but like, what if they were like What if it somehow slipped through focus groups? Subby Smurf, right?
Ooh, Subby Smurf is good.
Like, come on, just.
I think we should have 3 different Subby Smurfs.
Stop,
Video apology
stop.
Smurf is really good.
Really
Okay,
good.
guys,
Sorry, Smurf.
I swear we are doing the Jett Kuso exclusive interview after that. We just need to make it through the Smurf trailer. I'm sorry, this is like the medicine that you have to take. This is the vegetables you have to eat to get dessert. We're watching the Smurf trailer now.
This summer, when
This is why I'm here.
look up.
Why does that look like AI generated?
I just
food?
smurfed my pants!
Please don't stop the music.
No, you can't play the song. You can't play the song. No, not, you can't do this to me.
Today is a party.
Every day is
No,
a
it
part-
could not be playing this song. Zep.
I know.
Influencer
I know.
And the stream got nuked. Sorry, guys.
and me, the coolest Smurf.
Rihanna is smurfing!
Isn't it grand living in a place
What?
I am mortified.
That's why they're playing this song.
or in terrible danger? Smurfville
They have Riri as
They killed Papa Smurf.
Oh my god,
Done.
Papa Smurf has been taken
Dun,
by
dun,
frickin' Galactus.
No, the turtle from Smurf. I'm going to freak the fuck out. I love how they're not even like fleshy Smurfs now. They're just cartoons at the street.
Come on.
DJ
I kind of
Khaled!
like it. It's kind of like Roger Rabbit core.
Why is? Oh, hi, Peggy. We're watching the Smurf trailer.
Live from the deli, it's Peggy. Oh,
You've arrived for Daddy Smurf.
Oh, thank God.
They're smurfing.
wait.
Yeah, so my plan to
why?
tell my ride an early time to make sure he comes to get me on time did not work because he's leaving right now.
Why does Gargamel's
Why did
brother
Gargamel
look like
give the
Gomez
DreamWorks stare?
from?
Why does he look like I was gonna be like, why does he look like that?
He looks like Gomez from Adam's Family, right? But if he had like a little bangs, if he got his bangs did,
Had the paprika cut.
Yeah.
yeah.
That doesn't sound like a
Okay, I'm gonna be back in 20 minutes to an hour.
Who's the Scrunglow?
Finally.
Paris Division.
Why have I seen like 3 separate mascot characters in this trailer that have not been Smurfs? 4.
They
We've seen
wanna
4
be
now.
Well, because
Trolls. They want to be trolls so bad.
but like they also want Lego Wild Style.
Yeah.
So you can just order any kind of food from anywhere.
Absolutely. Just make sure you tip the driver ahead of time or they'll lick everything.
Why are the little creatures not being acknowledged at all?
I love how they don't like give one of them a name. I think the little critter inflation that Frozen called is having a drastic effect on us ever since. The animation doesn't look that bad. When are we getting like the Snorks movie?
Yes. Nah.
All right.
Gotta
we're-
do the snorks.
All right, we're cleansing.
I want a
cleansing.
I want a
I like
Speed Buggy
All-Star.
movie. And Speed Buggy is
Yes!
voiced by Chris Pratt, and he talks like a normal man.
You're right.
Yeah,
That's
he
true.
goes speed.
No, like no. His
Buggy.
first line is like, "Hello, guys. Sorry, I just had to clear my throat."
No. He does. Yes. I was gonna say he does it, but it's just like a cough played up for laughs.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, anyways,
Oh,
there's a
they
new
did it!
Beatamon.
Could you imagine if I sounded like that?
There's a new
That'd be crazy.
Beatamon.
Is
So
there
this,
a new
I'll take
Beatamon?
it.
Oh, so this is a remake
I'll
of.
take it.
Let's see, Toy Lines series. Beatamon Bakugaiden. Okay, yeah. So this is Beatamon Bakugaiden. So Beatamon
Wow.
Bakugaiden ran alongside Super Beatamon, which was the first Beatamon series to really focus on making it a hobby Annie. If you did not know before that, Beatamon was mostly focused on Bomberman. It started off as Bomberman Beatamon, and then it got a bunch of other like branded things like Godzilla, Magical Circle.
I think I might have a Donkey Kong one somewhere.
There's a Donkey Kong one. There was one for Mega Man Battle Network / Rockman Exe that came out when that was popular. But alongside that, the first Hobby Annie related one, there was one where the Beatamon, like the Bombermen, piloted giant mech suits that were the Beatamon as well, called...
Right, that's what Baku Gaiden is.
Called Baku Gaiden. So we are getting remakes of the Baku Gaiden things in the year of our Lord. So...
That is insane.
Right here we have the main one, White Blows. Real name, White Blows. Whether this functions as a real Beatamon or not, I don't know. We don't know yet, but hopefully it does.
I guess it could just be, like, kits. But...
That would kind of be disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, like, it's hard to make a
I feel like
functioning
they
Beatamon?
Right? Like, it's a spring. A spring
Like,
and
you
some
can
tracks.
Okay,
Yeah.
but when are we getting T-Spark super expensive versions of Bottleman? True. When are we getting, like, compensation for the reveal that, Ponta was 18 years old the entire time? When are we getting... If you don't know... Okay, so a little Bottleman lore for everyone. There's a character named Ponta in Bottleman that was just drawn the same as the others, and, like, the main cast is, like, around, like, 12 to 14.
Two or 3 years old.
Yeah, well, in the original Bottleman, in Bottleman DX, like, they're...
Yeah, they are, like... They're kindergartners.
Yeah. They're
It's
little
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Grimoblins.
7s.
But yeah, like, they're, like, young teens / like, late tweens. And then, like, randomly they reveal that one of the main kind of characters is just randomly an adult. And even the character designer on Twitter was like, what? I wasn't told this. Because they just revealed it in a Twitter poll where they made you guess his age. It wasn't that you got to choose his age. It's that you were guessing it. They were holding you at gunpoint.
Which is, like, evil to do, right?
Yeah.
It is.
He kind of bad, though.
And then they gave
Kinda
us,
bad,
like,
though.
the corporate takeover episode.
Oh yeah, and then they explained how stocks worked and how company shares work.
I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bottleman DX, subbed by a friend of the channel, or a friend of the channel, and only 12-minute episodes. You could get through a lot of them in an afternoon.
The show does have really cute
Wait, the
character
options
designs.
were
really
16,
good character
18,
design.
20, and older?
Yes.
No. Oh, that just like actually processed with me at this point. I'm like, wait, hold up. I just realized what clip you're playing.
So, raise your
Love this.
hand in the audience if you know the relation of Kamen Rider and gay sex.
Not specifically, but generically, I figure all of it.
Yeah. So,
Raised.
so essentially, Kamen Rider has a long history
Love
of
it.
just doing straight up yaoi. I'm glad everyone agrees in chat. Oh wait, thank you for the gifty Dub Jake World. Oh my god. Kamen Rider. To quote the Kamen Rider build writer, it's about heated drama between men, if that's what they're calling it nowadays.
Yes.
Like, oftentimes,
Exactly.
Kamen Rider actors will go on to do, like, BL, like Boys Love, audio recordings and shows. Which is quite good, because they get a lot of practice on the #1 Boys Love show in Japan, Kamen Rider. let me play a clip of a real interview that happened. Or a real, like, live show with the newest Kamen Rider actors.
現場で杉さんが「お前なんか浮気現場目撃したやつみたいになってるぞ」監督俺めちゃくちゃ作り上げてきたのになんでもうそれにしか見えないじゃないですかそうですよねなんかネット大丈夫って
The one where I cucked you? What do you mean by this?
Wait.
Can I say cucked exactly?
Can I say cucked?
I don't know. Can you?
And let me say...
Well, my favorite thing is you're queer baiting in the interview.
I'm not sure if it's queer baiting. Have you seen
I think they're queer doing. I think they're just queer doing.
Not baiting. It's not baiting. I say it's baiting to stay on theme with Jav, and it's a little treat.
Cucked Men Rider, true. So Jett, I want to explain to you something. In the newest Kamen Rider series, they did a Christmas episode.
Oh no, go ahead.
They did a Christmas episode where they did Gift of the Magi. Are you familiar with Gift of the Magi?
From Bible? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but the story based on that. Like the popular Christmas story where a couple gets each other's gifts that they can no longer use because they gave up something that they use that gift for. Like the woman...
Right, and the footprints in the sand were when Jesus carried you.
Yeah.
Yes, I do know this story.
Yeah, the woman buys the man a watch chain, but he sold his watch to buy her a hair clip, but she cut her hair to get the watch chain.
Famously how you pay for watches.
It's true. So the couple was the two male leads.
Okay.
The Gift of the Magi couple were the two male leads.
Huh. Yeah, they're just... Yeah, no, that's not queer baiting.
Yeah, no, it just is. And like episodes prior, they've had plenty of heated emotional moments. Not foreign concept to Kamen Rider at all.
Queer baiting is for miserable people. I'm having a ball on this bitch.
It's true.
Battle Spirit Saga got canceled. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, after all Avril Lavigne's hard work.
And this is...
I love it when things that I'm not interested in suffer and perish.
Yeah. That is the vibe.
I think I did play a game of Battle Spirit Saga. That's the one with the little crystals, right?
It is. This is
I liked the crystals. I did not like any other mechanic in the game.
Battle Spirit Saga is based off of the long-running Japanese game Battle Spirits, but changed for a Western audience. And by changed for a Western audience, I mean they changed it to be more alongside the rules for their other Bandai games. That are now out in the United States, and also they got Avril Lavigne to advertise it a little bit, and they had like $1 million like tourney prize money pool, and it did not pay off because they did not properly support the game at all. And I could buy booster boxes for $3 a pop. But yeah.
Well, it was a skater game. She said, "See you later" game.
It's true. This is bad news for Surge specifically.
Dang.
But found this on campus. This is the last thing before the Jett Kuso interview, which not even Jett Kuso understands what's going to happen.
I'm loving the variety show element of it.
Oh, it's really good. Wanted, white boyfriend for 24 hours. Are you white? Are you a boy? No, you don't have to be a white or a boy to apply. I want to watch Past Lives 2023, and I think it would be better watching it if I had a white boyfriend. So you'd be my boyfriend for 24 hours, I'd watch the movie alone, and then we'd break up. Who's signing up? Who's signing up?
No one should, because this person just needs to get into tulpomancy. Like, you can just make this happen on your own.
Literal. Do you know that I'm Peggy's tulpa?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Hello.
She's also my psionic lesbian, so it's kind of like a closed loop thing.
She's doing great. I mean, great work.
Yeah, it's kind of freaky. Just how lifelike it is. I knew I made up. A lot of people don't believe that I exist. It's true. It's tough to believe that I exist. I really shouldn't. Given all like physical constraints of reality.
I've never seen you in the same room as Zep before.
Makes you think. All right. That's enough for Chronically Online's news show. We are starting the interview.
That's good. That's what I look like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
what do you want to know? Make it snappy.
we have a secret chat in the Discord that you cannot see, where we came up with a bunch of interview questions, and you will be asked them.
Okay.
Actually, let me share the interview document with Cody and Josiah and Peggy.
Cody, Josiah.
So you can see it.
We are this is a panel-based interview.
So
we can pass it around. The interview question should be in tab 2.
I love the image. I'm sort of a man centaur. Sort of the top half of a man on top of a man's neck.
You have the same build as like Lord Garmadon from Lego.
Yeah.
From Lego Ninjago, even.
Yeah. I sort of have that.
Torso on another torso energy.
I couldn't think of a Bionicle quick enough that has sort of 4 arms.
I know, some kind of Karzani-like creature.
My brain went to Gadunka, but I'm pretty sure Gadunka only has 4 limbs.
Man, did I ever tell you that the Bionicle lecture we did caused an orgy one time?
Really?
Oh, yeah. Lord.
Anyways.
Lord drop.
Not surprised.
Now.
What that Protodermis do?
Energize.
Interview.
Hi.
Go for it.
I'm Zep. You must be Jett.
So I've been told.
I like your shoelaces.
Well, thanks. I stole them from the president.
Good. Tell me a bit about yourself.
You bastards! This is like when they forced the author of Love, Simon to come out. Next question.
You are really funny. You should start a YouTube channel.
Yeah. So what brings you in to apply for this position?
I'm a passionate soul. I love labor. I just love participating in suffering. So I just feel like a sort of the euthanasia business is for me.
Okay. I'm glad to hear. It's exciting. You don't hear that a lot from people your age.
I'm not in it for the ending suffering part. I'm in it for the getting to see people suffering before.
Well, yeah, it's a common sentiment. I think, there's many parts of the job that can be enjoyed.
It was either this or an Amazon factory.
Yeah, which you would be part of the suffering, but you would at least be in the middle of it. I can see how that would be led to that position.
Yeah. What are the benefits?
The benefits?
Yeah.
Well, as you already said, we get to see the suffering, we get to end the suffering. You kind of become like a lord of suffering itself, both choosing when it begins and ends. You get to become that duality.
Huh. Yeah, I like that. I should be a YouTuber.
Yeah. Now, we're just going to ask you, some standard interview questions, just kind of see how
Sure.
you've been to an interview before. You get the drill. So if
Once.
you were shrunken down to the size of a nickel and dropped to the bottom of a blender, what would you do?
I live a sort of run with it lifestyle. I think, you know what? I think I would get up on one of the blades and hang on. And as it starts spinning up, I sort of grip on it, and once I have enough momentum, I leap off the blade and run up the side of the dish until I sort of fly out the top.
Okay. That's creative.
Like those big rings that they put motorcycles in that ride on the walls.
Yeah, like from the Destroyer Dome commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I would fly out of the blender and, I don't know, squish against the wall or something.
Can you give me an example of a conflict you've had with someone else and how you resolved it? That is to say, would you rather be stuck in the woods at night alone with a human man or the bear? The guy from the FX original series, The Bear.
I was going to say that if you didn't. I think I could establish dominance. I would say these woods are my kitchen, and either you rein it in or get ready for a rotisserie ass kicking. And that's how I would rein in the bear.
Quite frankly, I think if you made an order to the bear, he would start crying, because that means he would have to start doing his restaurant job.
He hates making food.
I hate making food so much!
Keeping on that same train of conflict, have you ever had to make an unpopular decision? How did you handle that?
Oh, Cody, I shared the document with you. We have these all in order.
An unpopular decision.
Wait.
Where was it shared? I don't fucking see it.
I also don't know that. I sent it to your emails.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh,
you think I
that
have
was
a fucking
never
email open.
That's when I said I was sharing a Google document with you guys. When I said I was sharing it with a Google document with you guys, I figured you would have expected to go to the place where Google documents get shared.
Stop! You're making us look bad. This is your fault.
I expect better.
Dad, stop fighting!
I think you did. Oh, it's okay. I'm a little dumb. It's okay.
Are we still doing the interview, or
yeah. Just
do you guys need a 15, a nap?
Nobody fucking does
fresh,
that. You don't.
warm
I'm
bottle
going
of
to
milk,
kill you.
maybe.
Ness, I'm going to bring you out on the streets and beat the shit out of you. Zap, I tagged you on a relevant meme. I guess I gotta check my Twitter now. Be realistic. What are you doing in this situation? No, that's true. Now don't be mad, but just please be honest with your mother and I. Are you playing M-rated video games?
Did we skip the last question? Is
Well,
that the next question, or is that off the dome?
That is the next question. Cody went out of order because there is a very important twist to the question that she asked.
Okay. All right. Ask the question again.
Now don't be mad, but please be honest with your mother and I. Are you playing M-rated video games?
I only play Jesus Christ Simulator.
Oh, thank God. Sonic
It's rated M for Milord.
And Savior.
That's right.
Love you, big guy. All right, now for
Big
a little
ups to the man above.
It's true. Jason, David, Frank. Now, time for a little short lightning round. Sonic or Shadow?
Sonic.
Favorite Minecraft block?
Whatever looks the most like sort of a piss yellow color. So I would say like solid glowstone.
Freakiest Minecraft block?
Same answer.
Most controversial Pokemon opinion?
They never should have introduced unknowns into the game. Like the unknowns, because I think once you've given creatures the sort of gift of language, I think it all starts to collapse and we start to see the demiurge underlying it all.
I think that's fair. How do you feel about the actual demiurge Arceus?
Big fan.
Love big guy.
Yeah, love my corrupted flesh.
Now, how is a formula different from a function in Excel?
I've never used a Windows computer except at the library to play Club Penguin.
Ah. Well, do you know how Fortnite is different?
From anything?
From those two.
None of this. I've never played Fortnite.
I see.
Only Jesus Christ Simulator.
Okay.
Consistent.
Then I guess we can skip program this. Hello world.
And promgram this hello world.
I forgot that I put it twice. I forgot that I put it twice, but one is misspelled.
I thought that was the bit.
It was the bit.
I thought the bit was the fact one was cased and one was not.
But Jett, you are on the Fortnite Battle Pass.
Yeah, am I?
Oh.
Yeah, you're on the Fortnite Battle Pass.
That's great. When do I start seeing residuals?
You know, you might not be able to see residuals, but we will. If you are you going to use Fortnite creator code Super Daft Bros when buying the Jett Kuso skin in the shop. For the audience information, Jett Kuso skin is not real, but the creator code is. We have never played Fortnite on this channel, and we probably never will, but we got the creator code anyways. Just use the creator code. I think it would be really funny.
Get my new skin exclusively on Fortnite.
I love hitting the gritty as Jett Kuso.
That's what I do all the time. Next question.
What do you think about the adaptation and evolution of the workforce as generative AI and other algorithmic-based language models become more common? That is to say, who is the hottest transformer?
I think we've got two options as a society, and we need to pick one quick. Either we accept that before long human labor will become unnecessary and stop dividing resources based on labor capability or some impression of a meritocracy that we pretend our society is based on, and start immediately moving towards universal basic income and post-scarcity in advance of human labor becoming non-essential. Or, as a society, we choose to artificially, intentionally allow specific hardships to continue existing in the human experience, to regulate against generative AIs, regulate against this higher level of irrelevancy we're moving towards, and continue dividing everything based on labor. Just deciding that that is a good way for society to run, which I don't think is the case, but at the very least, it's an internally consistent philosophy. But this is never going to happen because the people in charge and the people running these generative AI companies and creating the programs and pushing for them, and who are now in some of the highest positions of American government capable of making massive policy decisions, don't want society to improve. They want to be able to extract resources. And they believe and must believe that labor and merit is how resources are divided and that is moral to do so, or otherwise, they must accept that they are no better than anyone else. Mm-hmm. Continuing to believe that labor and merit gives one success, allows them to see themselves as better than everyone that has less than them. And that is never going to be in concert with a world in which human labor becomes unnecessary. And so they will continue extracting resources, and the population will struggle under their tyrannical rule. Sort of like, I guess, the ruling council of Cybertron, the Primes, you know, in particularly, like, you know, Megatronus, the Fallen, who took advantage of weakening bureaucracy and social awareness and began opportunistically trying to seize more and more power, to the point where even someone who could be a great revolutionary, like absolute hunk daddy dom Megatron, who is my answer.
True. Thank fucking God. If that's the answer to the question, I think it is.
Taken in and seduced by promises of revolution and rebellion, only to find himself being the exact kind of tyrant that he fought against, as is the nature of violent military-based revolution all throughout history.
I think
my
that's
answer is Megatron.
Answer. Okay, that's a wonderful answer. I only have a few notes. Number one, wow, you're really chasing that bread tube bag. You can get it.
Yeah. Get me in there. Give me that H-Bomber Guy cameo in 15 years.
Now, you said that Megatron is a daddy dom. I refute it with that Megatron is a butch lesbian.
Yeah, Megatron is a butch lesbian, but you can call butch lesbians daddy.
I guess
so
you're
Megatron
right.
is both daddy
Absolutely.
and also mommy. You could be both at the same time.
Yeah, he's how I'm looking with she, her in the bio.
Literally.
It's true. I'm going to say it, you know, I think we should really consider, you know, we're on a path. We're either going to choose, like, socialism or barbarism, and we're coming to that point really fast. And I think we really have to consider animated Ratchet is kind of a fucking snack. And not a lot of people are talking about this.
The man?
Ratchet,
like the old,
from Transformers
like the
Animated.
in those
Yeah, the old man. He's got a little bit of a belly.
Yes. He's a little gruff.
He's a little
You're
gruff.
interesting.
It's okay, he's not Rod's boyfriend. Megatron's my girlfriend, actually.
And no, this is true in real life.
Lucky for you, the Transformers can be everyone's boyfriend and girlfriend because they're really good
I haven't really fully considered Hot Rod's place in the Decepticule yet, mostly because I haven't watched or read much with Hot Rod in it.
Hot Rod is either like a mega twink or a lesbian in the same way as Neil Cicierega.
Yeah.
Glad that you get the show. Glad that you get
I don't know where you
format.
get the power from, but sure.
The ultimate twink.
Where do you see yourself in 5 minutes?
Is talking about Transformers still, is Transformers the movie just a narrative about twink death?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
No hesitation.
It is just twink death. It is just twink death.
Yeah.
The movie.
To answer your question, suffering.
Yeah, you're exactly correct looking at the questions that are coming up.
Thanks, Demiurge. Love you, babe.
Do you wear wigs?
No.
Have you worn wigs?
No.
Will you wear wigs?
Maybe.
When will you wear wigs?
The loudest laugh you've ever heard. I had to do the bit, but yes, I do wear wigs. I'm actually putting away all of my Bakugan to make room for my girl clothes.
Oh, thank God.
So proud, bestie.
I think Hot Rod and RC should have lesbian relations with each other. So true, Jamie. You know, actually.
That's the only context
yeah.
in which I will accept a Hot Rod and RC ship.
This is true. You
gotta
need to
love
have,
like a lesbian.
They have to have like the most tired relationship of all time. Not as in like a boring relationship or as just like one where
Sapphic.
It's like they're tired with each other. I mean, they're both tired people who find solace in each other. The two easiest lesbians you've ever seen.
Have you guys seen the T for T couple in Gundam Wing?
I have not.
Now that could be multiple of them.
I'm also like trying to think which ones it could be. I was prepared for which for Mercury. That's lesbian.
It's Zex and Noin. I haven't watched the whole show. I don't know what their fate is ultimately, but they are both so transcoded. It's insane. It goes so crazy.
The entire history of Gundam has really been like colored in a lot of transcoded stuff.
I would say Char.
That's Mecha Baby.
That's Mecha Baby.
Zep be having no dumb Jake world. That is not the shit Zep be having.
Oh.
Zep not allowed to be having any shit.
Hey, Peggy,
by my royal decree.
Peggy, pull up the image. We'll pull it up in just a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Name a number.
3.
Name another number.
7.
Name another number.
12.
That's Number Wang! You win the chance at the Wangerdom Numberator Challenge! Add those numbers together.
22.
I was really hoping you would be choosing a lot bigger numbers as the thing went on, and then it would become an actual challenge for you to add the numbers together. But you realized that it was a decadent option, and you didn't overreach. Rotate the board. Rotate.
I specifically chose the first 2 numbers to have a sum of 10. That's my brand of autism, I guess.
I can't rotate the board, but I can do this.
Oh, I'm getting birth control ads on stream right now.
Excellent.
It's a sign from
wanted
God.
to share.
You really did
Bro,
outplay me.
outplayed you. Man,
Did you just agree that Zep gets no ass?
Oh.
Yes.
Well,
yes, I did.
For the brand, of course. Yes.
For the brand.
Why would we ever take a hit
It's very
like that?
important to the brand. Let me grab my wallet.
Like, this is lore. This is established lore.
I don't think you understand how bad the world is right now. If Zep was to lose that virginity of his, it'd be over.
If the Zep brand lost the V card, it would be insane. The Zep branding requires this. This powers everything.
Show my
the
camera.
Fabric of the universe together.
Wait, turn on your camera.
Yeah,
I recognize that card.
This is my busted paper wallet.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
I keep 2 important things. Let me know.
All right.
I keep 2 important things. My gold star stickers, which I give out very infrequently and only for good behavior. Maybe you'll get one at the end of this if you play your cards right. And get it of jail free. Because I don't trust the police.
All right, now you can show the things.
Get it of jail free card.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Gold star stickers. Never leave home without.
Oh my god,
The Daft Bros storyline segment should introduce a villain that's trying to defile Zep's virginity.
And 2 $2 bills.
Oh, you know what costs $2?
Tell me.
Oh my god, Zep. I found the Coom card.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna turn on my camera.
This is lore for everyone. So we have this continued bit that we do, called $2 behavior, where our friend once showed us her medical bills, and listed under there was estrogen for $2. So whenever anybody says like, "Man, I kind of wish I was a girl," we say,
Cody.
it's only $2.
Yeah.
Well, just a small
Holy
price
shit.
to pay for gender.
Yeah, that's the Coom card. That's the sex version of the V card that we have. This was for our live action Bakugan series.
I think one is
a long time ago.
prescriptive and one is aspirational, and I think that's great.
We have
Yeah.
Leet, Boob, Hell, and 6969.
Yeah, those are the numbers on the thing. I already panned away from you, but
It's good through 420, meaning it's expired.
it is expired. It's no longer
How
expired.
far through the questions are we?
We're like almost done.
Almost
Yeah.
done? Dang.
And then we'll do like an actual,
Home stretch.
like not an interview, but like actual just chatting, and then we'll end stream.
Yippee. Okay.
Yeah, we just need to get through this bit.
They better be good.
I hope they are. Well, actually, as an INTJ, how does that make you feel?
How long has it been? 5 minutes? We've definitely arrived at the suffering.
Yeah. That's understandable.
I'm more of an Enneagram guy myself.
Very INFP of you.
It's true. I normal summon Alistair the Invoker. Response?
Pass turn.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Keep
Hey,
going. What do you do next?
Josiah, post this into the stream chat so Jett can see it. I'll pop it up on stream. Is this dress white and gold or black and blue? Here's the dress in question.
You're a really interesting sort of person.
I'll take that as an answer.
I think just white.
True. True.
No way! I can't believe you're doing this to Jett Kuso. I could believe he's doing this.
I was trying
Iron
to think
sharpens
about.
iron, baby. What else can we say?
Yeah. Well, I knew that the only thing that we could do an earnest Jett Kuso interview, that'd be something, or we could put Jett Kuso through improv comedy. Which one did you prefer?
This is the Daft Brothers way.
This is the Daft Bros way.
I believe you said that a group of white people is called an improv troupe.
Yes.
Yes.
He says that often.
Yes.
It was either this or a cappella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in a Goodwill, and you're surrounded by empaths. What do you do? Now, just so you know, there is a correct answer to this one, so I'd say this one in about a sentence.
Ask the question again.
You're in a Goodwill, and you're surrounded by empaths. What do you do? Real quick, one sentence answer is the answer to this one.
Okay. I think I give them everything of myself. Without hesitation. And without any fear for my own life.
That's beautiful.
That's a good one.
The correct answer is that you turn on all the microwaves to make them throw up.
God damn it.
That's how you get out of
shoulda
that
known.
situation.
I should have known.
Another question along the same vein. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
You think I'm going to give you my intel?
Good, you're not a pig. You're not a scab. Answer, in Prague with Waldo. But how's Waldo?
You say Mpreg with Waldo?
In Prague. Mpreg with Waldo, although, is also true. Waldo is pregnant.
Unreal.
I think I shield him. I get in front on a little step stool, and he'll never be found.
I guess that's how Waldo is. T for T, this is true. Waldo and Carmen Sandiego are T for T.
Yeah.
That's great. That's really beautiful.
Who watches The Watchmen?
Man, I just want to talk about Watchmen now. That's the problem with this question.
I know.
Is there's so many answers. You know? I think who should be watching The Watchmen is themselves. Because I think the only way to create a good world or to diminish the effect of bad people is to keep a very strong eye on the bad person within yourself.
But who powers the Rangers?
Zordon.
True.
Stupid frickin' question.
Oh, here's a better question. It's time to play What's Wrong with This Kid?
Okay.
It's time to play What's Wrong with This Kid. Hey, Peggy or Cody or Josiah, could you copy the FX Twitter link into the stream chat so Jett can watch along with stream? This is a clip from Beyblade X.
This show makes me throw up.
Someone else's butthole.
What's
incredible.
this kid?
Is Blader X on your mind?
I can't hear it.
It's close. It's already right there.
I'm only watching it in the stream.
Oh,
Or was it linked?
just a little.
I linked it in chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I'm watching it now.
I can feel it. I can feel X. The shape of it. Temperature. Its touch.
Chrome.
And now just a little.
Is Blader X the kid in question?
Yeah. No. It's the guy looking at Blader X.
Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Stop. Stop being that way.
Is this for
The
kids?
exact same thing that's wrong with Elon Musk. The exact same thing.
Correct! Yes, you can watch Beyblade X on Hulu now. It is the newest Beyblade series. Of course, main artist Posca Divisu of Promised Neverland fame, and the head writers, the brothers that brought you Kakegurui and all of its spin-offs. It's about toxic yaoi.
You have any more questions?
Yeah. Oh. We have three more.
You're doing a really good job.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Yeah.
honored. Okay. Practical exam. We have to blind rank the Tommy Olivers. So I'm going to...
Who that is.
This is going to be fun. All right, Josiah, bring forth our first Tommy Oliver.
Is it just gonna go in stream chat?
Yep, stream chat, and I'll copy paste it into the photo P.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Actually, I could probably go to the MS Paint.
It's fine. We got. Okay, we'll go to MS Paint.
And then we'll...
Oh,
All right.
one of the common writers. Okay.
Yep. One of them.
I'd call this a C tier, Tommy.
All right. C. We'll give that a C tier.
Okay.
C tier. All right, let's bring on the next one.
Next, Tommy.
Next, Tommy. All right.
Looks like Dino Thunder, so S tier.
True. He's a Jason, a David, and a Frank. So true, Frost.
Oh, it's kind of what we've been saying this whole time, actually, without even saying.
All right. Oh, we got our third Tommy.
Third Tommy.
Is this the one that killed his roommate with a sword? No.
No, that is
the-
Wild
not.
Force Red. Wild
Who
Force
also
Red.
played the samurai guy in Samurai.
Yeah, this guy is dead, though.
He is dead. He did die. He shares a birthday with me, though.
Oh, F tier in that case.
Oh. Dead.
Yeah,
Not going to score.
dead.
Dead.
Failed.
Failed.
Lost. Get good.
No, I mean, the actor is dead. Technically, all of these Tommies are dead.
Yeah, I know what I said.
Yeah, we're doubling down. We're doubling down.
I'll never die.
Jesus
These are
did
great
not tap
pictures,
out.
by the way. We're finding the best stills for this.
That's
Uh-huh.
let's have them all be different aspect ratios.
Seems like a man with a firm sort of, I guess, white power set of abilities.
He does say that, actually.
He does say that. When he transforms, he does say that.
So I'm gonna say, I say B tier.
Good.
B tier for white power.
Yeah.
No, keep him long. Keep him long.
Yeah, we're keeping him long.
Make him longer.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Make him long.
Long man.
I love this collage.
Long man.
Don't get us started on long man.
I love long man. Next Tommy.
Let's see that next Tommy.
This is Lloyd from Ninjago. This is a picture of Lloyd.
You're exactly correct.
So F.
Have the children
damn.
ever heard the name Barnacle Jim? Gnome, I am not familiar with Barnacle Jim.
I might. I think I've heard of Barnacle Jim. Like the children musician. And time for the final Tommy Oliver.
Christ.
You know.
This seems like a Tommy who's been pious and was taken up by God. So
Yeah, this is in the
Tommy
taken to heaven, still alive like Enoch.
Yeah, this is like the Left Behind series Tommy Oliver timeline.
So I'm gonna say P for pre-tribulation.
True.
Or Power Rangers.
You know, when you were talking about transubstantiation in your most recent video, I feel like it was really targeted exactly at me.
Yeah, do PR actually for pre-tribulation rapture.
True. And
Which is what
nothing else.
PR stands for in this franchise.
Yeah, and we'll do a little lightning bolt next to it to represent the cross that Jesus got struck by lightning on to die.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly what it is.
That's how it happened.
That's how God always does it.
Man,
Well,
this is like
that's how the
One Piece
magical spell
mural.
worked. All right.
I am a practicing Christian for the record. Like that's
Yeah.
not even a bit.
Yeah.
Bonus
I just,
Most shocking thing I've learned
also
about you,
think
actually.
Christianity. I just also think Christianity is really funny.
Oh no!
Wait, I have a bonus,
it's
Tommy.
awesome.
You send your bonus, Tommy,
Yeah,
in chat.
bonus Tommy.
Which one do you want us to
Bonus
bring?
Tommy, cough it up. Bonus Tommy.
We'll see a bonus.
Oh
Tommy.
my god! Like a bag of 12 bees at a baker. It's a free bee.
That rocked. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's the comic Tommy. It's the fucked up and evil
Oh,
Tommy.
Lord Draken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool though.
Let me look up.
I sent
This
it in
man-
chat.
This man's got 2 colors on his outfit.
Is that allowed?
That's not allowed.
This bit made me mad because it reminded me of Dino Thunder, and now I just want to yap about that. That makes multiple people.
Yeah, we've been watching Dino Thunder lately.
That's a lot of people. I
Yeah,
think.
Josiah's been like forcing me to watch Dino Thunder.
Peggy's never watched Power Rangers before, so I started out the introduction.
Yes,
with
I have.
Well, I mean, hands down, best
I
looking
haven't seen
Megazords.
Dino Thunder. I've seen Mystic Force. I've seen. Well, I mean, I haven't like watched all of it, but I've watched Mystic Force. I've watched a Mega Force, and I've watched Dino Charge.
Best Megazords in the franchise
maybe I
in
missed
Dino Thunder. Best Zords
Like
in the
mostly,
franchise.
I remember the Nickelodeon seasons because that was the point where like I started becoming like a weird like freak about Saban brands, and I just had to keep tabs on them because that's when Glitter Force was happening.
Glitter Force spotted.
HOTTOGO?
Oh, Chapel Roan.
Tommy
tier.
Oliver is
Good
hot to
choice.
go. This is the timeline that he does a genocide in.
Oh, man after my own heart. A.
Catch me watching Dino Thunder, Ninja Storm, Jungle Fury. Wait, are we the same person?
That's the trio.
No SPD mentioned though.
No, I was about to say
Strange.
SPD is in there for me.
SPD is the part of the
SPD.
Armada Energon
Mystic Force
Cybertron.
freak. I mean, the only reason I was a Mystic Force freak as a kid is because the Pink Ranger had a really cool butterfly mask, and me as like, however, whatever fucking year it came out, like single digit girl. I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
So, this is a bit of a mini game. You might want to turn your webcam on for this one.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let me. Are you eating a chocolate eclair?
Yeah. Is that
Oh
gonna be
my
a
gosh!
problem?
Oh my!
Is that gonna be a
gosh.
problem?
That's awesome,
No,
actually.
it's just like Kamen Rider Gav.
Yeah. This is just like Kamen Rider Gav.
Just
So,
like Kamen Rider
we're going to
Gav.
play a game called Hand Me the Spatula.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like cops. Good, valid reason to dislike SPD.
This is the game where you hand me a spatula, you go find a spatula and bring it right here.
Yeah, all right.
Cool stream, man. Man, we have. I think we've perfected. We do a farce. I think the genre of our streams is farce, right?
Yeah.
Like we are doing a farce. Whatever
We are
we're
doing a farce.
streaming.
These are
Oh shit,
this
that
is
was
a
fast.
this is a Diorio silicone spatula approved by America's Test Kitchen as one of the best spatulas
Damn.
sets you can get. So
Wow.
there you
That's-
go. Whoa!
Whoa! I got the spatula.
And now you have it. It's like the amazing film, The Rise of Skywalker.
The amazing digital circus.
There's so much
It's like the
trauma in that. Okay.
So there you go.
Now for our
That is
final
an
question.
icing spoon. We let us not get into utensil semantics.
No, let's.
Okay, actually,
All right.
we're going back.
You would not
we
use
gotta
this for
bite.
icing. It does not cover enough surface area. You would want a long, thinner spatula for icing. It's not going to be able to hold it. You want
This is
more.
true.
You want a thinner blade that can hold a reasonable amount of icing along the outside of it, or at the very least, like an offset spatula. Your chat's dumb as hell, Zep.
No, I like chat. Ain't no way I'm not a baker. Literally has
Then
no
stay in
input
your
on the
lane!
subject matter. We
Stay in
don't
your
have an
lane.
opinion, though. I love it, chat. I love it, chat. Keep it up. Chat, no,
Ooh.
keep it up. You are my champion. I need someone. We need someone here dumber than me. We need chat.
And now
Don't implicate me on the tomfoolery. Okay, if you don't want to be implicated, post in chat an icing spatula or an icing spoon. Show us, prove it.
Yeah.
Prove that you know what it looks like.
and now finally, Jett, that's the
Icing
last part of the
spoon?
interview.
Jesus.
That's also my favorite part. Why the hell are
no,
you using
I
a
want to go back.
spoon?
What part of it made it a
Icing
spoon?
spoon.
What made it a spoon? Jake, I
What
love
kind
ya.
of
But what
fool?
kind of spoon? What makes it a spoon, though? Because a spoon, I have a very clear shape in my head when I think of spoon. Let's go back to MS Paint, actually.
Okay.
we go,
I
we're
think
getting
I
options.
might have the soul read here. Spatula. Okay, are you maybe subconsciously saying spoon because you just want to like take a scoop of icing and eat it?
No, I think it's because that's how you did it
I
as
would,
like a
I would
child.
too.
Because as a child, you used the spoon.
Now I could understand that for cupcakes because you
let's
have like
have-
the curvature in your favor.
The Jews.
It's true.
Yay!
So let's have freak. So let's make a spoon.
This is like the what if you like pulled up a video of the lathe guys turning down a spoon?
I know. What if the world was made of pudding, Cody?
Oh my god, I'd probably be using this
What if
spoon
we
to
did?
eat some pudding.
What if we didn't? What if the
I
world
now
was
have a
made
spoon
of
for
pudding?
pudding, you know? I kind of hope it is made out of pudding by the time you're done with this. I'll have something to eat it with.
Yeah. So this is what I imagine a spoon. It has that dip in it, right?
Yeah.
Are we When did we get onto trying to define spoons?
I just wanted to
Spoon
clarify to chat what a
anatomy.
spoon was.
Did chat? No, chat did get confused. Your chat's dumb as hell, Zep.
Wait. We might have saving grace. We just saw a link in chat. I'm stupid as hell. I'll open it.
I'm glad this is a euthanasia company.
Oh my
is
god!
not
You're
what
bringing back the euthanasia bit. Oh my! Let's go.
That is not what it. That's neither ice. That's neither a spoon. That is nothing.
What the fuck?
What is
okay,
that?
we're pulling this up. We're pulling this up. Okay.
This is okay. So this is someone I know who's trying to hurt me specifically with this knife. With this obviously a knife. And I guess like some combs you would use if you were like a flea barber.
Are those supposed to be like meat shredders?
It reminds me of the
I've
shit
seen those
that
objects in my life.
Byakuya has.
I work in food service. I don't fucking know what that is.
I mean,
I think they're supposed to be like for pulled pork or something, right?
I think you could ice a cake with those two tools. I think, in chat's defense, if you wanted to,
You can ice a cake with anything. It's just
I
that
could-
if it's made.
It's true.
Anything.
This is a really cool video of a spatula. That's threatening.
They're salad
I like it.
tossers. They're salad tossers. Right, really? In front of my salad?
No! You're not making me play this on stream!
I tried to warn you. I tried to fucking warn you.
I got the dud, everyone, if you were wondering. I got the dud.
I literally just warned you, and you still fell for it anyway.
Fell for it again award.
Fell for it again award.
How many big booms would you give
excellent.
this interview? How many big boobs?
Is the interview still going?
No, that is the final question of the interview. How many big booms would you give this interview?
Booms. Okay. Not what I thought you said.
Yeah, I can understand that.
You get one, but it's got heart.
Aw. Okay, now that we're done with the faux interview, now we can actually just talk like normal human beings.
I would never do that.
I guess you're right.
How we normally talk.
It sounded like I said big boobs. I realize. But how many big boobs would you give the interview?
Two big Megatron boobs.
just big naturals Gandalf of an interview right here.
Ooh.
One natural shockwave. Thank you, chat. Chat, sorry to hear about your spoons. Boom! Boom!
Sorry to hear about your Sorry to hear about Tommy Oliver and Jason David Frank.
It's so true.
Yeah, I give him
Power Rangers.
I give
I'm so
5 big
sorry to
boobs.
hear about JDF.
Yeah,
Boom!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about all the.
Boom!
I'm sorry about all the things that I said that were offensive.
You're
doing
caught
it-
up in the heat of passion.
I was doing improv comedy. You know, comedy's meant to challenge people.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah. Since when did comedy become so dirty?
Don't worry, Jakey boy. We're doing it in jest. We're doing goofy bits.
Yeah.
No.
You're great, Jake.
We saw the opportunity to riff.
Jake,
and make some
I hope you
entertaining
realize
screen
that whenever
content.
we have you on stream, now that you've seen this, we're going to do something more heinous to you for your interview. I hope you realize whenever that happens.
Eddie.
Like, yeah.
No, I think they're truly driven by.
We're going
what
to
can
do
we
some-
say?
I don't know what kind of evil things we're going to come up with, but because the story behind this is just like, I really didn't want to do like a normal interview where I just asked YouTuber questions to the YouTuber because I felt like that would have been boring and dumb.
Ask me one YouTuber question. The first YouTuber question that comes to mind.
And
I'll ask you one too.
You've got that recent big video out, the end of Bakugan, I believe it was called. Now, I see it's been doing pretty big, and it seems like a really personal video for you. Yeah, what's the experience
What's the question? What's the question part?
What are your experience working on that and putting that out into the public? You know.
Why are you Australian?
I mean, no, it's more of a New Zealand.
For class.
Power Rangers.
You can't. Yeah, I love Power Rangers. You can't worry too much about what the audience is going to think. If you try to cater, to whoever is going to be watching or whoever thinks they know you, through the parasocial relationships of the internet. You're just going to find yourself pretty artistically bankrupt. And I've often found that chasing the things that I'm interested in and trying to make good stuff usually plays out. And people tend to understand if you sort of treat your audience as emotionally intelligent adults. This video is really proven against that idea.
You're keeping the accent going.
That's fucking Ripper, mate. That's fucking Ripper.
Yeah. All right, so I got a question for you.
Yeah.
In return, where do you get your ideas from?
Oh, where I got my ideas from? Sometimes I'll just Yeah, I'll be fucking
You're sort of tuning into like a little British pervert.
yeah, just a little bit.
We're gonna be the Beatles in about 2
There's a
minutes.
Beatles. I'm fucking John Lennon.
We need an Austin Powers.
Yeah, I'm fucking John
Ringo.
Lennon. Ringo.
Ringo.
So I was working on, I just get an idea and I decide, this could
Jamie
be
in chat,
interesting.
Jett Kuso, I subbed to your channel only after watching the Beat 'em On videos, so it was fun to witness the video without any of the parasocial Baku baggage.
You're the person that I made it for in a lot of ways. I wanted it to work.
Yeah,
people who had
baby.
Never.
I'm so glad. So, thank you, Des. Oh, thank you.
Hi, Des.
To all make you Randy, baby.
All right, finally, we have the trans women ratio we usually have.
Oh, true. Oh man.
Randy, baby. But no, like whenever I'm doing a video, I'm really specific. A lot of videos actually get started whenever I see something on YouTube that I think is a bad video or a video that I don't think is very much that good. Only sometimes. It's when I see something that doesn't cover something in enough detail or it covers it in the detail of like, man, this existed. Remember this? When I feel like whatever subject it is could be honored a lot more, or whenever I get
so similar.
Yeah, or whenever I get into like a rabbit hole and I realize that a subject.
A lot of things have started from like conversations we've had.
Yeah, like I'll literally be talking to Peggy, and we'll go down a rabbit hole of just like, hey, do you know blank X, Y, or Z?
Yeah, and then we'll just find shit out, and it will end up on one of our video lists.
I have a similar experience in a lot of ways. It's mostly me and my brother Connor, who's the biggest collaborator on the channel. Big part of every video on the channel. A lot of videos and themes and ideas come from ideas with him. Because I often start with a theme or start with an idea for something that I want to talk about, and will then figure out what to use to convey that idea after the fact. Or I'll be making a video about a thing and realize like, oh, this is a great vehicle to talk about this thing that actually maybe matters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm exactly the same way.
It all comes from life. I mean, you can't make art of any capacity if you're not talking to people and doing things and living.
This is quite literally true. And a lot of these videos have been like rattling around in my brain for a long ass time. So one of my favorite videos that I've ever done, which I'm not sure a lot of my core audience has seen, is the battle card video.
It was so good. I love the part where you like bully me in there.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
Now, the battle card video is one of like those long asses episodes that's like over half an hour. Because of just how much how informationally dense it is. And yeah, the scratch off one, it is that one.
Yeah, where I lost my card and I had to mail it to him because that's the rules.
Yeah, you did have to do that.
Yeah.
That's part of the rules of the game?
Yeah, the part of the rules is whoever wins takes your card, and we were able to play through a Discord webcam, and I lost, so he had to take my card, so I mailed it to him.
That's so real.
That's why he bullied me in the video.
Because the game is part of it came out the same year as Magic the Gathering, and is arguably the first trading card game alongside Magic the Gathering, but not actually. I go through this in the video. And you would have to collect cards and, like, sell them in for, like, their value.
Oh, it's the ARG one.
Yeah, it's the ARG.
Yeah. I know battle cards.
Shout, fucking no. Yeah, that's one of my favorite line deliveries in the video as well.
actually been meaning to watch that. There's a lot of your videos I've been meaning to watch, but I don't watch YouTube videos.
You know, the magical thing about Zepisodes is that it just became part of the process, is that I think they're a beautiful kind of video to watch at work.
Well, you can watch them without the visual, but the visual definitely like enhances it for sure.
That's my problem. Is there's a lot of stuff I will watch without the visual, but I like your visuals a lot. Like you put stuff into it. I know there's going to be value. Like that's the case with H-Bomber Guy. Like, yeah, like it's all in the script, but there's so much in the videos.
Yeah. At work now, this is pretty good. I know, and there's a ton of episodes that I just have written scripts for like years ago, and I still haven't like done yet. Mostly
First time chatter. It's SD Cat. Are any of you planning on making a video about Go Go Crazy Bones?
Technically, I don't have a script yet, but it's on like the Zepisode like docket of like things to possibly come across. But I feel like it needs to be a vehicle. There's a really exciting episode I'm working on right now that I'm excited to do. This is self-plug.
Lit as
while I have the Jett Kuso audience. About like random Korean like series that teach you how to learn the Chinese alphabet. Really fucking random subject matter, but I just got caught on it one day. It evolved into a whole video about that. Like, it started off with like, man, it's weird how the 4Kids dub of some show, Tai Chi Chasers, existed. And then I looked into it more, and I found out a shit ton. So now it's a video about the history of Korean written language and literacy and how it's used, you know, to, like, control populations and create classism.
That's sick as hell.
And also...
You got Squid Game in there?
I got Squid Game. It's so true. But also it's about, you know, toys that let you learn Chinese characters if you're a Korean child, and the anime series that go along with them. Because it's this episode.
You gotta get Squid Game in there. What's the point?
I gotta get Squid Game.
No one's gonna watch it if it ain't got Squid Game in there.
If it ain't got Squid Game. You know, that's why I'm kind of blessed by Squid Game right now, because a lot of... You know, people are fetishizing Korea right now, so maybe those views will run off into this.
Terrible thing to say out loud.
Yeah. Terrible thing.
Wrong, but...
Terrible thing.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunately true.
Yeah.
Play Squid Game Roblox.
The transubstantiation bit in my most recent video, I only put it in there as an in-joke with one of my friends who I've been friends with since Bakugan, you know, with part of my quote-unquote Bakugan meetup group that doesn't obviously do that anymore. But they're Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
And the only Catholic I know in person. And many people don't understand transubstantiation if they only know it in a cursory way. A lot of people think transubstantiation is a belief that the matter ingested in communion physically changes. That's what I always thought it meant. And this is something that like Protestants will like make fun of Catholicism for.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, well, that's obviously not happening. We're so scientific. And so I was actually looking it up with my Catholic friend because they thought the same thing. They thought that it was about an actual physical change because if you don't understand the concept of substance, it doesn't make any sense.
Like it's an entire branch of metaphysics that just got lumped in with Catholicism at some point in time.
It's so freaking cool. And we did this research together and found like, wait, it's different. And we were both mind blown. So now as an in-joke, we say we'll always have transubstantiation. If nothing else, you and I will always have transubstantiation.
I shit you not, the night before that video came out, in our personal server that we're all in, we were all screaming and yelling at each other about transubstantiation. because like I grew up Catholic. I'm not like Catholic anymore, but I grew up Catholic.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense
paddle.
given the Yowie paddle. And like I know it just comes up enough. So the original plot of B3, which was the Bakugan live action parody that Cody and I made in high school, was that eventually it would become Catholicism. Like the entire joke was leading up to like Bakugan was actually created through the crucifixion of Christ.
It's just true.
It's true.
And like
it's built on a society of Judeo-Christian values.
Like, and slowly everything would just become directly involved. We essentially reinvented Gnosticism. But with Bakugan instead.
That's so good.
Hence why I gotta do a Bakugan post-mortem video at some point, because I just feel like it's necessary to bury that corpse. I guess I can work on a Bakugan movie, what would it even be video that's actually just about, like, Bakugan has no brand identity.
I'm not gonna do it, so...
Yeah, that's something I've considered putting on my video list, but I also thought, no, Zep's gonna do that one.
Zep's gotta do that one.
Yeah.
Like, thing is, I'm fine carrying some Baku burden. The thing about these episodes and the Daft Brothers channel is that I tried to avoid doing any, like, series of videos on just one topic. Like, if I've done a couple of Beyblade videos in a row, I make sure to do other videos so I don't become associated with any one brand.
Yep, that's what I've been doing for like 2 years. And yet.
Yeah. And yet.
A question in chat from Dumb Jake. Legit question for Jett. What was he up to in the interim between his last Monsuno video and his return in 2019? Did he always know he was going to come back? If not for Bakugan, something else?
Homestuck.
Yeah.
I stopped making videos because I started reading Homestuck.
In the late 2010s, that's a bold choice. I mean, I fell on the Homestuck in like the early 2010s. So
it was 2012.
Good answer.
Oh,
it was 2012.
Is Homestuck.
Well, let me.
Wild answer.
I don't think that's a wild answer. I feel like that's the only answer that could be acceptable. Look,
That's what I'm saying. Good answer.
The first return of Jett Kuso, I knew.
I kind of sensed it, cause like, Jett Kuso, this is the first time I'm ever actually talking to you, and yet like, we both went to Tumblr Academy.
Yep.
So I just understand you.
Yeah. There is a language that those outside will never get, which is one of the reasons why Homestuck is going to be a rapidly vanishing, significant piece of internet media that will rapidly lose the context that is very necessary to understand the text. It's going to be so much more incomprehensible.
Yeah, I always, get so puzzled seeing people reading Homestuck for the first time in the modern year, because I feel
what
like
do they think of it?
You had to have been on specifically on Tumblr.
They've got like
2010s.
the kids these days have like completely different headcanons for what races all of the characters are.
Like
it's totally different.
I'm afraid to even look at it anymore. I don't want to know what's going on.
Like these people don't think that Vriska is a blonde woman. It's wild.
So I've noticed that a lot of cons recently is that Homestucks are coming back. Homestucks are coming back out of the woodworks. Nature is healing.
No.
Or something similar.
There's actually a really good podcast that is run by two like college professors who do game studies. One of whom followed Homestuck as an adult throughout its entire run, and the other of whom has never heard or read a single thing about it. And they have a show called Homestuck Made This World that is somewhat of a sort of linear. We are both going to read a segment of this and then come and do an episode and talk about it.
Homestuck Classpect is Prince of Tennis.
True.
I know I redid the Classpect test recently, and I don't remember what I got at all. All I remember is when I was a child, I was like Mage of Blood or something.
Back in the day, I was an Ace of Time, one of the made up classes.
My like longest maintained internet friendship is with my friend Damien, who I met in like 2012, where we were on MS PARP.
Freaking PARP! Jesus.
Yeah, we were on PARP, and we were role playing not even as like canon Homestuck characters. We were role playing as guide stuck characters.
We're the same person. What? No, my best friend since specifically 2012. It's my best friend by the name of Chell, whom I met role playing Homestuck fan characters on frickin' PARP.
Yeah, I was Lil Cal, and I think if I remember right, Damien was Jaspers.
Jaspers?
Well, yeah, Guide Stuck was like some kind of AU with like those guys. I don't remember anything about Homestuck, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I just remember the characters.
Still, I still write with my friend Chell. Like, we are writing a visual novel together right now. We have never. It is an unbroken lineage from our Homestuck role playing days, and we. Still, it doesn't like we just use Google Docs now, but we call it.
I went to a K-pop concert with Damon, and he was explaining Yeek to me, and I feel like being a big into Yeek, that is a natural evolution of being a Homestuck fan.
We still call it PARP. Like when we get on our Google Doc, we call it PARP.
That's insane. Like I feel like a lot of people have been saying like, "Oh, that's insane" to a lot of things in chat. Calling Google Docs PARP. No, that's awesome.
This is true.
Does Jett fuck with Animorphs? Question from Dumb Jake.
I've never read them. My first exposure to Animorphs was actually being in a Toys R Us in about 2008 or so. With my dad, and for some reason there was an Animorphs Transformer toy from about 15 years ago on the shelf, and we bought it. You know, there was Animorphs Transformers? Crazy.
So, I felt like I had... Oh, yeah, I like Animorphs in the fact that our friend Ness downloaded the Animorphs program that they use to create the book covers and started doing that to us in gift form.
Love that.
And there's one of, like... 19-year-old Cody transforming into Patrick Swayze and then into a hammerhead shark?
Uh-oh, it's getting kind of hazy.
I don't know. I don't have the hammerhead shark one.
Can they make one of me slowly shrinking into a corn cob as I say, I'm not the Bakugan guy. I'm not the Bakugan guy.
We did make a lot of those.
Excellent.
We did do the corn cob joke.
You still have? Do you have the sways? Oh wait! I literally have it. I found it.
Jeez.
I don't have the hammerhead shark one, but I think this one puts into concept.
No fucking way.
Sparrow!
Holy shit! This is huge.
This is huge. This is big news.
Whoa. Is that Jay Schlatt?
Yeah. That's him. Jay Schlatt.
To add more detail to my Homestuck answer, the other thing that I did in the off period of the Jett Kuso channel was, for one, I went to back to the interview screen. I went to work at Sears in the men's department because I saw a job listing that basically said I would get to fold clothes all day, and I was like, yes. And I did men's clothes for a year and then sold mattresses for 2 years while my brother self-taught cinematography to himself. And the two of us both ran another YouTube channel that's now called Red Swordfish Entertainment, I think. That's you can still find. That's when we started our company, Red Swordfish Studios. And we had real big aspirations about running a, I guess, comedy variety YouTube channel. There's no cohesive direction at all to that channel. But we did that for a while, and then in 2018, I got a TikTok account because it was starting to be a thing, and started making Vines basically on TikTok because I missed the Vine train, and ended up actually getting a surprising amount of success. The Red Swordfish YouTube channel never did anything, never got like any numbers at all. Stayed in the hundreds the whole time. But I started uploading to TikTok, and there was like no comedy on TikTok at that time. And got a good few viral TikToks. Had a viral TikTok sound actually that went really broad.
What was that?
That I don't think it's probably in the circulation at all anymore. But it was what's the Bruno Mars song that's like, you know, give me your attention, baby, right?
Yeah.
And it starts with a bap 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 sort of sound. I did just the briefest little skit of me sitting on a couch, and then there's a knock on the door in tune with the song, and then through the door you hear an isolated vocal of Bruno Mars singing for my attention, and then I'm like, go away, Bruno! And that was the whole thing. And that went viral as early TikTok sounds go. It's in probably a few compilations. And then as soon as the Jett Kuso channel popped off, I was like, oh, okay, this is something that can actually make money. And I abandoned TikTok instantaneously, and I don't regret it at all.
Yeah.
Real.
I don't know. For us, American Average originally started off as like a quasi-sketch channel. As I feel like everyone's fucking YouTube experience starts off as.
Every white twink wanted to be Balloon Shop.
It's the Smosh method.
I guess also Smosh, technically, but we were Balloon Shop.
I never had a comedy channel era. I just always was trying to make really shitty video essays. Like, I had a few, like, really shitty video essays. I wasn't feeling it, and then I just adopted, like, a more Jenny Nicholson-esque style, and I'm just like, I'm just yapping at a camera, and I'm gonna keep yapping at a camera with barely any structure, and it works.
Have you seen the video, You Will Never Be Jenny Nicholson?
No.
It dealt me psychic damage.
Like, I don't want to be Jenny Nicholson. It's just like that's just kind of like the initial vibe. I'm going for like a cross between that vibe and the vibe I get when I'm over at my friend Jared's house smoking weed with him, and he's explaining like the lore of 90s video games to me. Like, that's the type of video I'm trying to make. And that results in me making videos explaining like the lore of really, you know, stupid Korean spinning top cartoons, but then also halfway through going on a tangent making feminist analysis of certain episodes.
Hell yeah. Based, let's go.
Also, Toad
Face,
the
let's
cat
go.
is here.
I love those rooming brothers. This is a reference to the Bakso Hyodai Let's and Go.
Oh. Could be.
Whenever we do a Let's and Go video, it's going to go fucking wild. But yeah, we had like a few prototypes episodes. The first episode that we counted was the Kaiba video because it's the first one that started off with hi, local main characters
GG,
up
but
here.
shoutouts, y'all call me he. Goodbye, Dumb Jake.
Dumb Jake, don't worry,
goodbye,
we'll put you in the
goodbye,
banana
Mr.
cage.
Goodbye, Mr. Jake. First name Dumb.
We're gonna put him in a saw trap. That's what's gonna happen.
No.
Gotta do it.
No. It's gonna wish it was in a saw trap.
So that's the first video, and it's like stylistically different from every other's episode. Because it's completely unscripted, and I have cue cards in my hand. Because it's a very unscripted, not even hiding it thing.
Testing out some new material at the
Testing
open
out
mic.
some new material. And then when we did the Bay Wheels video, which I think is the first Trues episode, I thought, wait, in order to keep continuity, we can go, hey, local main character Zepp here again. And then we kept on doing that.
Yeah. It always starts with the branding.
occasional- Yeah. And then there can be the occasional, like, oddity, like Cowdoy.
Cowdoy.
Like the Cowboy. Communion Wafer Pizza, I know, came well before that, but that would be something we'd make nowadays.
Like, I think we did the con vlog, and then that's the last, like... The con vlog is still a beautiful video. That's still one of the greatest of all time.
The fact that the convod just had such a narrative actually to spin with it is incredible. Because a lot of our cons after, we absolutely could have done that, or at least found something.
Oh,
like,
no,
we
the
have
other cons arguably had more of a narrative.
Yeah, like, it's just like, at the certain point, it's like, you know, is this con something we treat as like a vacation that we just enjoy ourselves at? Or do we want to like treat this like a thing we have to like do stuff at? I don't know. It sucks because you want to have it both ways, but
I need to leave.
You need to leave? Okay.
Yeah, I miss my wife, Kong. I gotta go.
All right. That was Jett Kuso, everyone.
Yes.
That's it. That's all of Jett Kuso.
That's all there is. No more.
They're gone?
This is fun. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was great having you on the show.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Pleasure.
Yeah, have a good night. It was great talking to you. It was great putting you into the banana cage.
Love when people can do bits. Love to do bits.
Love bits.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See ya.
See ya.
Hi. Oh, what a nice.
So do we
nice young
ban
Jett
Jett Kuso from the server now?
Ooh.
When do we ban Jett Kuso? Yeah. So now for everyone that's left, now that we still have the Jett Kuso audience captive, we have a couple of episodes that we're working on. I'm just going to announce them all right now so you know that these are in the pipeline eventually. Number 1 is probably going to be the one that's coming out first, the Redikai video. We're doing a video about Redikai. Sorry. That's all I can say. Number 2, we're going to do one on the Great Furry Mid-Off of 2012. Not going to explain what that one means. We're going to do the Korean one that we explained, and I can try to make a Bakugan movie video while the iron is hot. I hate doing it, but I'll do it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We have other scripts, but they're not ready for production in the same way that those 3 are. What about Blue Owl? God, I wish we could do Blue Owl. Thank God that guy's got... That's real Jett Kuso chat. I can't stand that bitch. For real. Oh my God. What a diva.
Bitch.
I know! Oh my God. Speaking about what a diva. Let's watch that fucking clip again. Like, literally, what is wrong with this guy?
I can feel X. The shape of it. Temperature. Its touch. And now just a little more.
He needs to be put down like a dog.
I think that'd be the worst outcome. For us.
Oh yeah, also Cody might be doing Grand Qs soon. Are we still doing that?
Yeah. If my schedule allows, I should hopefully have one out within like the next few months. It's just like setting, just like this first one is like I have to find the vision now. Like we have to find the identity for the not Zepisodes, but it's me. But yeah, it should ideally be one about the different types of plastics used in different toys. So that can be it. And
It
then
is the Okniwi question.
Ideally, there's questions to go off of from that point on, and the system can actually self-sustain. Shrunk to the size of a nickel and put in a blender. It's so true. So true.
Man, I wanted to hear... Check. Do you want to hear me go off? I can go off, and I can guarantee you that Jett would probably agree with me. We've talked about the matter extensively. I can go off on Gen 3 right now. So, the main core problem with Gen 3 is the same core problem that's been permeating Bakugan throughout its entire existence under Spin Master as brand managers. And that is that Bakugan has no core brand identity or concept to the toy. Let's just take a short trip throughout the history of Bakugan to show what I mean. When we start at Bakugan Gen 1, we start off at a mixture of action figure and marbles that can be used for a battle game where you knock the marbles off the cards, but with a very distinctive trading card game element. And this is core to the idea of Bakugan. Because if we look at the action marble prototype for Bakugan, we see it slowly becoming marbles that can become action figures, to marbles that are action figures that you can use for a game, to marbles that are centered around for a game, until we see Symbiosis with a Hollow Sector, whatever, and like they're clearly for the use in the game. And as Bakugan Gen 1 starts to move on, we see more gameplay figures introduced, like Juggernoid or Ravenoid with their heavily weighted bottoms, the one with like die-cast metal rings, and all of the gimmick ones. Now, there's an interesting note to make when Bakugan ends in its first season, because we get a break in Japan, because it did not do well. It did not do well enough, I should say. And it comes out in the United States and other international territories, and it becomes a massive success. So it convinces them to revive it in Japan, and they then get New Vestroia like a year later. Now, they, like, revise all of the Bakugan mechanics to be good. If we look at Bakugan traps, or summon Bakugan in Japan, the differences between them and us are kind of vast. Like, when Bakugan comes back in Japan, it moves away from the HSP game, which in Japan especially emulated how they played in the anime. Including the ability cards. They were, like, ripped straight from the anime a lot of the time. I believe when it came back to New Vestroia, it emulated the second American game, or the international game, rather, which was designed by game designer Luke Peterschmidt, I want to say, because Spin Master wasn't really satisfied with how the game worked. And that version of the game got rid of double stands and knocking out Bakugan as a concept, which is notably not the case in the video game based off of Bakugan, which I think is strange. Maybe there's, like, some Japan involvement there. But in Japan, double stands and critical KOs remain a part of Bakugan, so them being marbles is important. In the US and international release, Bakugan traps just get played onto cards after you're already playing the game. In Japan, you can play ability cards to place them on cards beforehand, so they actively work as, like, a thing that blockades parts of cards. Same thing with Battle Gear. You can put Battle Gear on a Battle Gear compatible Bakugan when they stand, and then, you know, your Bakugan has extra weight and shape. And then Sky Raiders just got put into Bakutech because, yeah, they didn't do Mectanium Surge. Or didn't release it, other than, like, a few releases for the Bakutech line. And Bakutech, completely a Japanese invention, completely focused on making Bakugan gameplay-oriented, similar to Beyblade. Customizable parts, very specialized gimmicks to focus on the Bakugan core gameplay pattern. They fully made it into a hobby anime, hence why they didn't transform into giant monsters. They didn't need to, because that's not what they were selling in Bakugan. They were selling the Bakugan as the Bakugan toys, not Bakugan, the magical monsters that were trapped into ball form. If you look at, you know, what happened in the international release, it petered out because it, like, kind of just focused on stuff that wasn't Bakugan, and the fact that these were, like, little transformers. These were action figures that you could play a game with, and they had a bunch of different, like, additives that you could play the game with, too. They were an action figure line that had a game with it. Now, don't get me wrong, Bakugan was still heavily successful by Gen 4. Or not Gen 4, Year 4. Mectanium Surge was still selling stuff. Like, it's just that, you know, in order to not, like maintain trust in the brand, they called it early. So they could then do a reboot of Bakugan later on. When we get back with Gen 2, we see a reboot that focuses on, you know, revamping the idea of Dan Kuso and his partner Dragonoid going off on adventures, and they do, you know, Bakugan that are much less focused on the fact that these are, like, battling toys, and more of, like, these are marbles that transform into a little monster figure. With the gameplay being decided much later on in the process, because the Bakugan TCG was not designed until well after the Bakugan toys themselves were kind of, like, decided. Like, Stoneblade Entertainment did not really impact the toys' main design that much. They were mostly reactive. Because if I recall correctly, they tried to integrate the toys and stuff as they came out into the brand, rather than it being collaborative, especially since after a certain point they just got cut off. And that's when we see a lot of Bakugan become entirely like, focused on toys. Like, the Dragonoid Maximus figure is just an action figure. We see the slow, like, murder of the Bakugan TCG, which was supposed to be, like, just this side thing. And we see what the game side of Bakugan is to Spin Master itself. A thing that you can project Bakugan as, of, like, being the best Bakugan master. Like, you could be the best Pokemon master, but you can be that with Bakugan. Bakugan has battles as a brand because that's what it started off with, and that's all we know how to do. But we also don't want to focus on the battling aspect of it because that could turn away customers. That could really... It limits the scope of what the brand could be because they can also be really cool action figures with gimmicks. And not just this game piece. Because what if we could sell a lot more people if it was also an action figure? Because we could also get an action figure in Transformers audience. It's in our wheels and action category. So after a certain point, they decide to do a refresh of the brand, essentially, because Gen 3, while it had a new show and everything, didn't feel like a full departure from the last generation, because the character designs are somewhat similar. The show still followed a similar vibe and like, style. And they just changed the name to Bakugan. It wasn't Bakugan Blank. They just changed it to Bakugan. It was supposed to be like the evergreen shift that they wanted. They simplified the game and made it much more accessible by taking away the rolling gimmick. And they added a gimmicky toy part of it, the spinning thing, because, you know, Beyblade was dying. Might as well swoop in for those and be a vulture. Those fans, since Burst was dying, and then Beyblade X got announced. Oops. It really felt strange that Bakugan Gen 2 ended without much fanfare, or, like, any real transition into Gen 3. Because it almost seemed like it was supposed to be invisible, to not disenfranchise the already pre-existing Bakugan Gen 2 fans, but also draw in new fans, after the 5-year endeavor of the reboot. And in that, we see Bakugan in its purest form as Spin Master sees it. A series that has marbles with gimmicks that transform into little figurines that you use in a battling game, and have trading cards that come with them. Now, it doesn't matter the quality of the game or the quality of the figures themselves, it's like this weird whole interface that you can, like, interact with that matters. It's the entire whole deal that you're getting of not only an action figure, but, like, a game that you can get good at, and, like, a whole ecosystem. You have a show, without ever realizing that the reason why any of these other things were successful is because they had, like, a good compelling show, or they had a good compelling game, or they had, like, good toys. We instead see them release the Bakugan in waves of different colored Bakugan, but we remove attributes from the equation. So now the different colors don't really mean anything, they're just different recolors of the same guy. They're no longer tied to elemental, like, factions. And we see them, like, become just recolors of the same figure, meaning that they're going to sit on shelves once they buy anything else that has the same color, because there's no gameplay advantage of having it in different colors anymore. Not that you would want to play the Gen 3 game, because it's not even a game. And then, like, half of the first wave is, like, just different versions of Dragonoid and Nilius, so that's also not good. Like, half of the Bakugan are repeats of different Bakugan that already exist otherwise. It's just not good. It might have survived if they were blind box toys, so that way you could justify buying multiple Bakugan. And Jett was telling me right before stream, the Bakugan blind box toys that we got in Gen 2 sold really well when Jett was selling them. Because, you know, when he got them, and sold them in, like, the little Texas Bakugan group, would have been better if they released a Laser Man. True. Like, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Bakugan works really well as a blind box toy because it lends itself to reusing its molds over and over again. And with the blind box toys, it's fun to have different variants of the same guy in different colors because it's just like, oh, I might have gotten the same guy, but now he's in a new different color. Whereas if you're making that choice on the shelf, it's just like, I don't want the same guy in a different color. The Gen 2 boxes were cool. I'd say that the Gen 3 boxes were admittedly cool. I think they could have done without the plastic window. That was something added late into the design process that I think was a mistake. Because you don't see the unfolded figure. Or the fully closed ball form. You just see the two halves. But a part of the reason they sold so well in the group is that they were a consistent way to get cards that there weren't much of an option otherwise. You get it. Now you're getting it. The Gen 2 blind boxes played on the fact that you not only got a cool Bakugan, but the cards to play the fun game with Bakugan. Because Bakugan works really well as a game if you can make it a game. Because they're marbles, one of the essential toys of all time. You can make a game out of that easily. That has some like variety of complexity, but still openness to other people to actually join in. Like, it's still accessible. And like, Bakugan has a choice to make in any of its iterations of whether it wants to be an action figure or a game piece, as that's part of a larger game. And I think it could be successful as either, but it can't be successful as both. If you're a successful, like, game piece and stuff, you're a Bakugan. You can still be a successful action figure. You don't need to make all of the Bakugan mini action figures and game pieces, because that ruins their viability as, like, a physics-based game piece. Because there's an entire dimension of the gameplay you're not messing with, because you're not, like, intentionally designing these to fill up a card or to, like, take multiple Baku cores or, like, knock other opponents' Bakugan around. Like, Bakugan Gen 3 was a completely misled attempt to decide a priority for Bakugan. That is, to appeal to everyone, which is impossible, hence why it appealed to no one and stayed on shelves forever, because the Gen 2 fans didn't want it, because it's like a weirdly new toy line that's incompatible with the rest of their stuff without offering, you know, any meaningful gimmick. And the Legacy fans didn't want it because, like, it was really simple and cheap compared to, like, what they really want to collect, which is, like, beginning of reboot Bakugan that were detailed and cool and painted, and, like, Baku Tech. And Gen 1 Bakugan they remember from their childhood because nostalgia. I don't know, what do you guys think? In the chat, I've been chatting for a while.
Pretty much all the same. I mean,
yeah,
like, specifically for Gen 3, like literally what you just said, like, there's no appeal for, like, older collectors of the series, because, like, I've said it before, the Gen 3 designs kind of fucking suck.
I can't even bring myself to buy them now that they're on turbo clearance and they're in like ollies and shit.
Yeah.
They're just viscerally unappealing. There's like 5 designs in the entirety of it, if I'm pushing myself, that I'd like and I'd buy. Those being Butterclaw, Penji, like, Flame, I guess. Kind of. And like, some that I'm like okay with. Like the Mantis one was fine. Like, they weren't cool enough as figurines to really justify anything. And the game wasn't good enough as a game, since it was essentially just gambling, without any rolling skill or card interplay that mattered. So it could be released internationally. Yeah. My main thought re Bakugan is that I'm sick of seeing them shelf warming right next to where the Beyblades terminally aren't in my target. Yeah, because people buy the Beyblades right off the shelf because everyone loves the new Beyblades, because they're really cool. And the new Beyblades fully understand that they need, like, gameplay that appeals to adults too, and also brings back the aspects of the series that everyone loved historically at the time and in retrospect.
Mm-hmm. While also doing like some pretty like eloquent reboots, like subtly, by like Vice Tiger, like just have it Crimson Garuda or whatever, or it's not that, is it?
Last few times I've gone toy shopping, there's always a child with a parent looking at Beyblades in the Beyblade aisle, and it warms my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Never saw that for Bakugan.
Yeah. I think Bakugan also kind of killed any momentum for Gen 2 when they had the fucking Cubbo mishap, because nobody
I'm the only person that fucks with Cubbo,
I fuck with Cubbo heavy. I fuck with Cubbo heavy. But it's unfortunate when that's the only product in your target for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Like, they couldn't, like... I think we've learned from that was a mistake, and they were supposed to be mixed in with other
it was a mistake. Yeah But I really like to think about it is that they got Morbius. Like, no, we love Cubbo, put Cubbo on shelves. Why the fuck is there a ton of Cubbo on shelves?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the year of Cubbo.
Cubbo is like a Penby shot the rest of... Yeah.
They gotta bring Cubbo back for the movie.
Oh yeah, 100%. Cubbo for the Bakugan movie.
I'm gonna request that directly when we're at Toy Fair.
Yeah.
They should just make a Cubbo movie, period.
Yeah.
Beyblade will never die. Beyblade will never die because now all of the people who played Beyblade are working on Beyblade and they love Beyblade, and all of the adults who have been working on Beyblade for 25 years love Beyblade.
Let's watch that clip again.
I always think back to like the Takara Tomy 100th anniversary interview they did with like the president, and they asked like, do you still see Takara Tomy existing in 100 years? And he's like, I'll tell you one thing, we're still gonna be fucking making Beyblade.
Yeah, Beyblade is an infinite toy line because it is the quintessential battling top. They perfected it. There's nothing more to do with battling tops after Beyblade. You can try. Ninjago did. Max Steel did. So many others did. But you can't top Beyblade because Beyblade knows one important thing that nobody else does. Is that they're not only selling like cool spinning tops and a roleplay toy from their anime series, but a competitive gameplay item. Because even in the Hasbro era, where they were making, like, weird fucking Takara Tomy burst bays, they still did the Pro Series bays, which were, like, releases of Takara Tomy bays. And these are the elite like Beyblades to use to power up your game, and the lifestyle ads that they ran were all about like playing Beyblade with your friends and doing tournaments, and like the entire thing is based off of like you should play Beyblade to be good at Beyblade and be cool at Beyblade because it's a fun game that you can get good at. And everything is designed in such a way to learn different gameplay mechanics and horoscope yourself with the different types of Beyblade and different Beyblade characters and in different gameplay styles and launchers and stuff. A Bakugan lifestyle ad could never exist because I don't think they've ever considered anyone but children actually playing with Bakugan. And for a series whose, fans are primarily adults nowadays, rip. The thing with Beyblade is that they acknowledge that, like, 30% of their fans by the end of Burst that were buying products were adults who were buying the product for themselves. And that a large portion of, like, the community was, like, adults interested in Beyblade, and they could make their, like, product a truly ageless product. Now, you might remember, like, the Metal Fight Beyblade ads and the Bakugan ads of the era where they were, like, some underground, like, street brawling situation where they're playing with the toys.
Good night, Frost.
Good night, Frost.
Good night.
When I first tried X with Ilinok and Jett, I kept launching directly into the exit on accident. Skill issue. So when Bakugan tried to recreate its, like, street brawl ads, and I know this from, like, Ventus Knight. He like, told me that they tried to emulate those ads when they were doing it initially. They just made it kids playing with them. They just made it kids playing with them. Which was not the appealing parts of those ads. It's the fact that they're, like, in a cool underground thing, acting like older kids, and they're doing cool street tricks. It's the same, like, thing that got people in skating and stuff. Whereas when Beyblade tried to emulate that thing with X, they did it with all ages, from, like, young child to, like, 60-year-old man, in all genders and, like, multiple races. They showed, like, oh, a lot of people are taking this thing earnestly and seriously because they really enjoy this, and it's a part of their lifestyle and personality. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, the underground implies, taboo, which attracts kids. It was mostly older kids and mostly, like, it seemed edgy, something that, like, a certain level of control and, I hate to use the word, but, like, power and stuff that usually gets reserved away from kids. And kids really like feeling like they have agency and, like, prestige, because everyone likes that. Everyone likes to feel like they're special and skilled and looked upon as, like, a cool person. And kids need that especially because they're still growing up, they're still developing their personality. They need that kind of, like, feeling of approval. Kids want to feel motivated. So when Bayx did that, and Bakugan didn't, and instead, like, spec'd entirely into a Roblox game because that's what kids like, it seemed patronizing. Beyblade X also has a Roblox experience, but it's completely ancillary to the rest of the brand. It's not, like, the main attraction and appeal. Whereas the Bakugan Pet Simulator reskin that they had codes for to advertise, that was the main Gen 3 thing. That was their main appeal. Oh, are you looking up Sparrow?
Remember how they had official subs for Gen 3 in Roblox, and that's like the only place they've released the Japanese dub of the Gen 3 series so far?
Yeah, they had an official sub for episode 1, the only official subs we've ever gotten for Bakugan.
Like, I don't think Gen 3 is coming out in Japan at that point, so literally the only place the Japanese version of Gen 3 has been released in Roblox.
Yeah, they were definitely expecting for there to be a break between Burst and X, right? And then they got slammed in like the fucking side. They got T-boned by a semi of like the greatest Beyblade series to ever exist happening immediately after Burst, completely revitalizing the franchise internationally and turning it into one of the top toys of multiple years in a row.
It really was a "we are so back" moment of all time.
Bakugan acted with integrity and had no regrets. I just really like that Bakugan said, fuck it, we're Beyblades now. We're doing it. If you want to make shitty Beyblades, so can we. And that's awesome. Make fun of Hasbro in a way. I just think that we are not going to see a successful Bakugan series until they completely invent a brand. Because we cannot reinvent the Bakugan brand. We need to decide what the Bakugan brand is. Because we've rarely ever done the same thing twice, except superficially. We've had gate cards multiple times, but they've functioned almost completely differently every time. We have, like, battle gear and stuff. We had, like, different shaped Bakugan. They function differently every time, and were very, like, not even vaguely based on the same thing. We just did a bunch of different things without ever having a core conceit for any gameplay consistency, any brand consistency, or even answering, like, what is a Bakugan? Because Bakugans being alien creatures that come out of the ball for the first anime was just kind of a conceit for the anime to make them, like, cool. Like, oh, these monsters are actually trapped into this ball form. And that's inherently, like, compelling. That's what made Skylanders so successful, is just like, oh, all the Skylanders got trapped as, like, these figures in our world, and now we can bring them to life. That's a compelling idea. Bakugan is gone. This is Bakugan, in fact. The only way that you can really bring Bakugan back is to bring back the mystique allure of, like, either these are just toys, these are just, like, highly engineered skill toys, the same way that they sold, like, yo-yos and Beyblade in the early 2000s and 90s. That would be successful. Or you bring it back as, like, yes, these do transform into alien monsters, but while they're in our world, they're trapped like this, and we can emulate the game that they do. Because the fact that they had cards that powered them are cool, because, you know, cards are very gestural when you're doing an animation. And also, cards are cheap to produce. Kids love collecting them. Adults love collecting them. And if they have rule text on them that's good, they can make a good card game. And people love card games. And yeah. It's just really hard for Spin Master specifically to do that, because Spin Master is one of the most cynical companies that has ever existed. So, like, I don't know if we're ever getting a Bakugan that's good, unless if Spin Master licenses away the brand to someone else that actually understands what they can do with it. Card games make me feel like that one guy from that one Beyblade clip. True. Hey, so that one guy from that one Beyblade clip, I assume you're talking about the one on stream that we watched on stream. When you know how he's talking about that like Blader X guy? So he had one of his K-pop stans, like one of the people who like stand him on twitter.com, like come to him and say, "Hey, I need you to become Blader X for me." And then he put a mask on him. And he essentially MK Ultra'd that guy into becoming Blader Z to create his new like an alternate version of his boy crush.
Yeah, he forced this kid to LARP as his ex, and then like once he had like a major mental breakdown, he told the kid, "Yeah, I don't need you to do that anymore. You could stop now. I'm done. I got bored." But then, and now this kid is also fucked up for life. And there's just a whole cycle of really fucked up individuals playing Beyblade.
Spin Master may be cynical, but the way they beat Mattel in the preschool aisle, Thomas Trains vs. Paw Patrol, by doing absolutely nothing as Mattel rebooted all their Thomas toy lines 3 times over the course of 5 years, and now Thomas is going post-media. Well, with Paw Patrol, Spin Master is uniquely suited to do preschool toys, as in they'll do the same thing over and over again with a different coat of paint. Because for preschool toys, kids are only realistically playing with those for like until kindergarten. And they don't exactly care about much else than like whatever character is their favorite color. There's more to it than that. Don't worry. I have professional experience in toy stuff. But like, but yeah, Thomas being held by Mattel also doesn't help, because Mattel is also a deeply cynical company that doesn't understand anything. I was also a Thomas kid.
They understand dolls, and then even then, they don't always understand dolls.
Not really.
Yeah. Like, I think Monster High Generation 3 being Kino, that was a fluke. I don't know how they're keeping it good this long. And even then, you know, half the dolls have polypropylene hair, so I can't call it completely Kino.
What if I stole this episode for? So Jamie, for a long time, I've wanted to work with you on a Trains episode. I've wanted to conscript you on Thomas Trains episode because I think that would be really good. Because like Thomas Trains are probably one of the first. They're like my first like hyperfixation ever in terms of like toys. Which I think then it was Ben 10, Bakugan, Beyblade, then I'm trying to get into Monsuno and beat him on, but unfortunately I was a little bit too old for toys. And then I got into high school, and Cody and I found the Beyblade Burst Year 1 starter set in a GameStop. And we got dragged back in. Or I got dragged back in. Cody was not a Beyblade kid.
I was introduced to Beyblades more. Like, I watched Metal Fight a bit, and I had a Galaxy Pegasus. That was it.
Which I feel like that's every child of that era that, like, was vaguely a boy.
I got it as a gift. I didn't ask for it. I just had it.
While I'm shit talking Mattel, can we do a new Dolls PogChamp to close out stream?
Yeah.
We got a new Monster High Gen 3 just dropped. Put her on stream.
Alright, let's see it.
Whoa, that's a woman.
Really bootsing the house down tonight, aren't we? This kind of goes so hard.
Yeah, Cleo Denial's cunty sister, Nafira, is back.
So I was avoiding saying that word specifically because we're on Twitch.
Oh. Well, I'm a woman, so...
Yeah, you are a woman, so they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm just obsessed with the color scheme going on here. Go, my scarabs. I don't see the image I want to see cunty mom. Okay, yeah, it's not on stream right now. I'm checking.
Oh.
I don't see it on stream.
Oh, I forgot to swap over. There she is.
Like as long as the hair isn't polypropylene, we're back. Like as long as, you know, they don't make it out of materials that are going to disintegrate into dust within 5 years, we're fine.
Which can be said about most major items in the United States. But I think we really find ourselves at a crossing point in terms of, you know, the U.S. toy market, in terms of Hobby Annie, because with Bakugan gone, what is the competition to Beyblade? Beyblade is currently standing completely unopposed. Akado, that's not going to take a dent out of it. They don't even have a show anymore. Like, battle cubes? The cubes that vor each other? I don't think this is going to take it over. Doesn't even have a media property. We've completely, as a society, lost the impact of how an anime TV show where people earnestly use your toys to fight each other to the death, while being very melodramatic about it, really have on a person.
Even just like outside of Hobby Annie, like there's no Power Rangers.
No Power Rangers. We're getting a Transformers series.
The biggest action figure toy line I can think of right now is like Skibbity Toilet.
And that's not even that big.
Yeah.
I'd almost argue like it kind of just like falls on Ninjago, right?
Ninjago is currently the only running series that has
I thought Ninjago went on hiatus.
No, it's never on hiatus.
Right? Yeah.
Well, the toys aren't for sure.
Well, yeah, because I heard like the soft reboot apparently wasn't going over well, but I also like I don't know anything beyond that.
Yeah, I also don't, so I don't want to speak to it, but
the Skibbity Toilet trading cards. Which Skibbity Toilet trading cards? Because there's multiple.
I've definitely seen them in the trading card aisle, you know, looking to see if, you know, there's any Pokemon anywhere at all.
Do you want us to do a Skibbity Toilet trading card opening next stream? I'll go out and buy some.
I've seen the trading stickers.
Still holding out for Takara Tomy to do a mini 4-wheel drive spin-off with knockoff with their Pla Rail trains that's sent to the West, but they launched a Lego knockoff for Pla Rail Tomica, so that's probably not happening for a long while. Alright, we'll do it. I think that's funny enough. What else?
Toy ad shows for children are a dying art somehow in this era in which really perfectly suited for their proliferation. Like, yeah, I have not seen a solid and strongly promoted YouTube series in a while. When that feels like that should be the obvious route they're taking. Like, I know MGA does a couple of them.
Transformers is going to do it.
Transformers has one. Yeah, Transformers is coming up. Monster High about to transition back to doing a web series after their Nickelodeon series got canceled. Which, like, they should have seen that coming.
Nickelodeon does hate women.
Yeah.
The Daft Brothers, however, love women.
It's true.
It is so true.
So many of the Daft Brothers are, in fact, women. I don't know. Really, the whole playing field is teed up for the next person to realize, hey, if we do a Bakugan or a Beyblade in the modern day, we'll make $1 bajillion forever. We'll be set for life and beyond that. Most Daft Brothers by volume are women. This is literally true, though.
By volume?
Like, Battlelore seems exciting to me because it's the only one that's, like, coming out. I don't think it'll be at all successful, but I'm just happy that it's coming out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the company doing that, not at Toy Fair. I did check.
Damn. New Transformers series exclusive to YouTube. I hope it's good and then it pops off.
Yeah.
They're doing fun things with the Transformers.
I'm excited for Mega Bowl, an even more butch form of Megatron.
Mm-hmm.
It's really what they should just do for instant success.
I think we should pull up the train. We'll pull up the train for a little bit and end stream. Man, I've been violently ill this entire stream.
Yeah.
You've been so brave this whole time.
No, I literally am. I could have vomited and shitted my pants at any time.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to call it off because we had one Kuso on the stream.
Whoa.
So we've just been kind of surviving out here.
You can not feel poopy. We are like exactly coming up on the 3-hour mark anyway.
Yeah, we're about to get
that's like that's a lengthy stream for us.
Yeah.
What if you puked while Jett was still in call? Comedy gold.
Comedy gold. I would have sold it off. You know, my this is a little gross, so if you're afraid to vomit and stuff,
That warning.
click little warning. So, my little niece, you know how like anything can make a kid throw up? Like if they cough too hard, they'll just throw up because they're just a little kid and their stomach is the size of like a basketball that was really small. Maybe like their fist. So we were at like a little birthday party for some nieces and nephews, and she starts coughing, and she's on like one of the carpets, like, you know, or a rug. And her dad's by her, and she froze up because she's just been coughing all day. She's a poor little thing, and her dad really didn't want to like stain the carpet at all or inconvenience my brother who was hosting. So he caught it all in his hands. He just caught it. Like frame one, He got into action. He just fucking caught it and then held it until someone got a bolt. That's some real hero shit. That's some real hero shit. That's how people should father. You gotta be willing to catch the vom. So we'll go to really leggy train. It's really leggy for me too, don't worry.
Yeah, I think train is killing your internet and the stream. Because you're, I haven't been able to hear like half of what you're saying in Discord. I had to unmute stream to hear what you were saying.
Uh-oh. Let's just change train to 480p. So, this is why I ain't having kids. True. Yeah, whoever claims the napkins wins toys forever, essentially. We are in a position where we can create the next big toy franchise. It just takes someone who actually understands toys to create a forever franchise. However, not a lot of people are interested in forever franchises. Because they want to make as much money as possible and then duck out.
Or they're just afraid to make new forever franchises because like, oh, but we already got some forever franchises. We could keep milking those.
But they don't know how to milk them.
Exactly.
Every CEO is doing a pump and dump scheme to their own company right now, so they can like leave the company in shambles, but they will get off with like $30 bajillion. The future of the company does not matter to them. They just want to make money and leave. And then hell to whatever happens after that. Because, like, that's what they're incentivized to do in capitalism.
Pump and dump, baby.
So what you're saying is that we need to be the ones who invent racing plow rail. Yes. Yes, we are. I imagine you could make a good amount of money off of a Kickstarter for that. Host the video locally, you buffoon? Oh, sure. Let me, like, download a 5-hour-long video. So with that being said, any closing thoughts from the other Daft Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today is the 26th anniversary of Ojamajo Do-Re-Mi. We love women.
Love women. For next time, I'm going to steal your crops. True.
Next time in Parkour Civilization, it'll be White Woman Wednesday, and we will jump for the beef.
Oh, has the next episode of PvP Civilization come out yet?
Oh
thing
god, it's
yet?
still
Not
going?
Not yet. Damn.
Gotta say, women, one of my favorite women's. Alright, this has been a Daft Brothers stream. If you enjoyed the Daft Brothers stream, we usually stream Wednesdays and Fridays. If you need to remember that, that's White Women Wednesday and Fujoshi Friday. White Women Wednesday and Fujoshi Friday at the same time that this stream started, 5:30 PST. That is 7:30 Central and 8:30 Eastern. Nobody uses Mountain Time, so you don't need to know that.
Imagine living in not a real time zone.
True. Good stream. Have a good night. Have a good night, Daft family. I hope to see you next time, where we'll be opening Skibbity toilet cards, I guess. I'll have to go out and buy some.
I might join you in that. I might go out and acquire my own.
Excellent.
I'll have to check
Level.
next time I go to Walmart.
Yeah.
I don't have time zone. So true. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, stream.
Goodbye.
Bye. OBS is currently active. All streams recording will be shut down. Wait. No, I don't want to exit. I want to stop stream.